I don't think makeup works the same way. There's a lot of white tees I've lost to the game.
That's it.
A lot of white tees I've lost to the game.
That's tough, man.
And I feel like women should know better.
Most of them do.
If I'm hugging you, we had a date party.
Yeah.
Why cheek to stomach? Cheek to chest. What are we doing? Cheek to chest. Don't give me cheek to chest.
That's vindictive.
You know what's on your face.
It's not right.
You know how thick it is.
Yeah.
Write it down.
I didn't say anything. I just thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry.
Sick or not, he's perved out. Sick or not, he's sick. Yes, sir. Wake it up. Wake it up.
Come on now.
Get that energy up. Wipe the crust out your eyes. Wipe the mata out your eyes. It's us.
It's us, man.
Who else but us?
Yes, the one and only.
But us.
Boys Gang. Boys Gang.
My shotgun. There we go. Wait.
Okay, delayed.
You know what we haven't done? You know what we haven't done in a long time?
Look at the harmony.
Look at us, man.
I'm Marlon.
I'm Norm.
I'm Duke.
And welcome back to the Extra Gravy. What up, YouTube gang? Y'all see the brownness?
Come on, man.
They got the memo, kind of, but it's an Extra Gravy hat today. You know what I mean? Brown hats.
Come on, man.
Chocolate hats now on sale.
Keeping it gravy.
Now on
sale.
Now on sale.
Be like us. Tap in.
Patreon got it first. I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
They did.
Yeah, it's a limited quantity, and Patreon got it first. So yes, sir. Y'all gotta hurry up.
And you lead
over there.
Let us know what colors.
Yeah, we gonna do a bunch of colors.
We'll do more colorways if you tell us.
Yeah, man. We got it popping. Link is in the description on Instagram, on the link tree. Another week. Man, the weather is just blessed this week. We are so back.
Until like an hour ago.
The rain, I don't mind the rain.
Okay,
it's
it was
still
crazy.
nice out.
All
Like,
right.
you can stand
You
out
don't
in
gotta
the
wear a
rain.
jacket no more.
You know what I mean? Some rain, you stand outside, you're freezing.
Oh, okay. You mean okay?
Yeah, you can stand out. That's romantic rain out there.
It's not. It was not. An hour ago, it was bad.
Oh,
People
it was
were like-
Jamaican.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was
No,
not.
I mean, like in
romantic
terms
at
of the
all.
weather with the rain, like temperature-wise. Temperature-wise, it's
It's been
romantic.
nice. Yeah, it's
you know
been
what I
nice.
mean?
It's been nice. T-shirt weather.
I want
now,
to fuck in the rain one day.
Okay, we're here already.
Baby,
Listen, guys,
won't you be my summer rain?
Don't ever tell me I'm too freaked out. We're talking.
How's that freaked out?
A minute 3. You want to fuck in the rain?
That's freaked out?
It is. Talking about fucking this early
Fucking
in
in
the
the
pod.
rain?
Yeah. Why would you
I
want
thought it
to
was basic, to be honest.
No, I feel like it also like
Kissing, have you guys
ringworm.
ever kissed in the rain?
Hell yeah.
I might have. So, I might have.
Gotta do it. It's ore farming, but you gotta do it.
I will say this though.
You're ore farming crazy. You know why you're doing this.
Yeah.
That's the one situation where you know I'm doing this for the plot.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
I get that, I get
Nobody
that.
chooses to get wet like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're
You know
right.
you're doing this because of movies. That's what
Okay, okay.
movie influence
That's
romantic
okay. I've
gesture.
never done that.
Because watch, when you're kissing in the rain,
Yeah.
people don't realize that when the water hits the face on a girl's makeup, it drips into your lip. Now you're tasting a bit more
mascara,
makeup,
low
and mascara, you
foundation.
know?
Oh, nah.
So it's a bit more.
Foundation don't taste too bad. I ain't gonna lie.
It's
tastes
neutral.
great.
It's just
It's not
powdery.
too bad.
Tell me about worst foundation stories, guys.
Oh man, the worst. I made out with this white girl in the club one time. Came outside, white face.
Yo.
White face, man. White
You were that
face,
guy in the
man.
meme, man.
I was that guy.
I was
man.
tagged in that shit so many times.
I was that guy, man.
I don't be
shit,
doing that.
Nasty work. It was
Bro.
all my lower half of the face too. It was like a Homer Simpson's
A nasty
beard
bandit, yeah.
of white.
Yeah.
It's
I know
dirty.
those ones.
Looked like I ate out a ghost.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Or sucked off a cow.
Whoa.
Yo, listen.
Hey, I mean,
From the back. From the back. Hey.
From the bike, man.
From the bike.
from the bike. It's black and white.
I allegedly had a situation where, like, I was also hanging out with a lady. Had a good
A white
time.
lady. Why'd you say a lady and not
She
give a
was fair skin.
descriptor?
She was fair skin.
Fair skin?
Fair skin lady.
So you're saying we have odd skin?
She was all over.
Whoa,
Okay,
that's
okay.
crazy.
Hey, this is back in the day, right? And then we got back home. Got back home, and then I FaceTimed the next lady, and you know, like we usually FaceTime a bunch. Fam, I look at my face, fucking white. I almost dashed the phone across the room. Like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're moving sick.
Yeah, it's
I was
nasty
ashamed of
work. You
myself.
feel sick after.
Yeah,
it's for
man.
sure.
Because what are you doing?
Like, why am I so perved out?
So happy I found God.
Like,
Yeah. This is ages ago, man.
God has delivered me from white woman. Delivered.
Ate a bunch of Oreos.
Write it down.
I had a chick lay on my lap coming from a club. She was just drunk. She's like, and then she just put her head on the lap and was like, whatever, you know. And then when we got out, I was wearing cream khakis. So when we got off, all her red blush was just all up on my pants. And it's like, how do you explain how you get makeup on your pants?
Yeah, that's rough.
It's one thing to get it on your shoulder, and I got one for a hug. But
I learned how to get makeup out.
Oh.
Is you gotta it's a kind of, you ever get deodorant on like a black shirt?
Yeah,
you know how to get it off?
I don't. I know
You just wipe it with the shirt.
Smart, man. I would just use water and like a
No,
next
just
towel.
wipe it with the shirt. Or any other shirt, to be honest. And it'll just come out.
Yeah.
I don't think makeup works the same way. There's a lot of white tees I've lost to the game.
That's it.
A lot of white tees I've lost to the game.
That's tough, man.
And I feel like women should know better.
Most of them do.
If I'm hugging you, we had a date party.
Yeah.
Why cheek to stomach? Cheek to chest. What are we doing? Cheek to chest. Don't give me cheek to chest.
That's vindictive.
You know what's on your face.
It's not right.
You know how thick it is.
Write
it down.
I didn't say anything. I just thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry.
Sick or not, he's perved out. Sick or not, he's sick.
You're right.
If you're Indian, you'd be sick.
Ooh, triple on charge.
Like that.
You guys don't
I should rap. I'm
should
telling
rap,
you.
so I'm getting
If I
convinced.
rapped it, I'm telling you.
It'd be different still.
The bars are crazy. I'm
you
straight in
sick.
there like Guyanese hips.
That's
a
actually,
bar.
It's a bar.
If you rapped, you'd be a sick.
A lot of the Guyanese were I don't get it.
Rap. See?
No.
The rap.
Sick.
Rap.
Yeah.
Hold
That's what I'm saying.
on.
That's
He Lupe with it though.
Yeah.
He Lupe with it though. That was crazy. That was crazy.
He brought it back.
Oh my God, he kept that one under wraps.
I had to wrap it around, you know.
Come on, man.
Hold on. Come on. Black hand side. Black hand side. Just bars, man. Just bars. Speaking of Oreos, a lot of white passing conversation on the timeline this week. A lot, so much to the point that it convinced me that people would think that Alicia's white.
Really?
Just by her new hair.
People would think Alicia, bro, they thought Jason Kidd was white. Full white.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they don't be seeing the spicy
Sometimes
ones.
I'm like, am I living in an alternate universe?
Okay.
In what world? Journey Smollett.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Someone said Journey Smollett is white passing.
Yeah.
They just see the skin color. That's it.
But that's it's so
Okay, but
dumb.
do we think Pete Davidson's has some black in him?
That's white passing.
Okay, so
But he's not, is he black?
I think he is. Look at his mom. His mom does not look full white.
He has black features, but he's
maybe
a
like
very
Italian.
white face.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if he's mixed or what. Rashida Jones. He's
black from the waist down.
That is white passing.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
no
it is.
idea Rashida Jones was Quincy Jones' daughter
I
in my
didn't
life.
until years ago. Yeah.
When someone told me, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
So that's white passing to me.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
No, she has black features.
She has black features, but I feel like a lot of white people at first thought she was white until obviously the Royal Kingdom found out she was black.
Yeah.
She could easily be like a Courtney Cox white girl. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a fact.
you know.
I knew from when I
about-
was watching her on Suits that she was black.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew she had
Sophia
black.
Richie.
Sophia Richie.
She is Lionel
Oh,
Richie's
yeah, you're right.
youngest.
That is definitely white passing for sure.
Hold on.
Nicole Richie.
Sophia Richie.
No, that's Nicole.
No, that's
Nicole Richie.
Nicole.
She used to
Nicole.
be,
Nicole's not black though.
Oh, whoa. Whoa, yeah, Sophia Richie. Wow.
Yeah, she used to
Yeah.
be dating, what's his name? Scott, no? Scott Disick.
What's her
Yeah.
name? Melody?
Melody.
No, not Melody. What's homegirl got caught having sex with her boss? Sports Channel, works with Shannon Sharp.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I was like, I
with
didn't
the-
know she was black. Remember?
The titties?
Yeah.
Taylor. Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor.
Yeah.
White passing.
Big time.
Big time. And her, the
I don't
kid's
think
joke
she's
is
white
her.
passing though.
You're the only one though because you know
I don't
Bailey.
think she's.
So Alicia had when I pointed it out, she's like brought up her friend Bailey, who's also black, but I thought was Spanish this whole time. I had no idea she was black.
Yeah.
And when you look at Joy Taylor's brothers, even they look blacker than her.
Yeah.
Like she looks the whitest out of her family, and I just don't
She
understand
does.
it.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
crazy.
think she looks white though.
She don't look white.
She
there.
just looks-
She looked like she mixed
She looks like
you, brother.
she's. If she's
Not to
not
me,
mixed,
man.
then she
when
looks.
she got the braids in.
You know,
has very white
Spanish
features,
or
too, like-
Arabic
Yeah, very
or
Spanish,
something.
for sure.
She looks ethnic.
ethnic,
Okay.
but
Sure,
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, not black. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't see
thought
black.
she was white at first.
I thought she was white with a great tan.
You know what? She
Yes.
looks like she's Australian.
Like this is her, right?
Yeah, that's her. Look at
Like
that.
native
That could
Australian?
be a white.
That looks
That could
super
be an
white.
Italian white
That
woman,
looks
brother.
so white.
Oh, she's dating Earl Watson.
No, she was.
Oh, she was.
Yeah. And then, a lot of things happened. Oh, man. Any music you guys listening to this week?
Yes.
New music?
I'm ready, dog. Yes. Yes. This time, dog.
Yes.
I can't connect to it, but you have to. But
I will, don't worry.
Bro, Summer Walker, bro.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker, bro.
Summer Walker. She dropped a
Spend
new
It.
one?
Spend It. And she dropped 3 versions.
Wait, Spend It is new?
It says, May 2nd.
Interesting.
You had it in your phone already?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say Illuminati.
Word.
I didn't know she dropped a new tune.
Dog, this on the bigs? Oh, God. You ascend.
I'm already feeling this bass line.
It sounds like
What
some
she's saying, like,
90s
It
R&B
sounds
shit.
like some 80s, late 80s.
Late 80s, early 90s,
Early 90s.
R&B.
Woo!
And she has a Diamonds and Pearls version too?
To me, she can't make a bad song, bro.
Oh, but this one is
Like,
different.
she has some songs that are just boring, but bad, never. Her
This
voice
one.
is so good.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
Did she drop this before or after she broke up with the guy?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, before it was announced. Because she just announced it maybe like 2 days
And
ago.
she's
I
like,
think.
fuck your love, give me the money. Like, buy your love back. And I'm like, ooh, that shit's hard.
Rent is Due version, Diamonds and Pearls version.
Yep.
So are those sped up, slowed down?
Rent's Due is sped up.
Okay.
Diamonds and Pearls has no drums or like no 808s or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's tough, man.
I love when artists release multiple versions of the song, like especially when they include like an EDM house version.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is.
Like when you're dropping a single, if you want it to, if you want to cast as wide as net as possible.
sometimes it's like it feels forced and it's a miss, but like I love when they like.
You know
actually
when it
nail
feels forced? When I know you're a TikTok artist kind of thing. And I know you're putting a 15 song up there so that, you know, like, you're not letting it organically
One
just
is going.
happen
Yeah, one
and
is
then
going.
taking it. It's like, that's wild. I went back to my SoundCloud, my old SoundCloud this week.
Okay.
Found some gems. Just some gems.
Some oldies,
some
goodies.
some new newbies that I've added and some old gems. Like this, I've been playing this No Guidance
Oh yeah.
mix nonstop on the Fabulous beat.
Hey. Trips that you plan for the next whole
Like if you told me that was the song, I wouldn't know the difference.
so cheap and your flex so deep, sex so deep. You got it, girl, you got it.
Okay.
Nice
mad at
little vibe, man.
You got
I'll speed through these. I got
I'm already in.
Because it's from.
a little Donald Glover mix with it.
I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know.
I love the hook, especially on this. And with the window, I had the windows down, sunroof open.
They're painting the
The
picture.
sun was
They're
blaring.
painting the
Oh, it was great. I was driving up to my mom's house in Barrie
Yeah.
and just running all these. I'm like, oh, I forgot I downloaded
That
these.
was a good feeling.
Got a I Hate You SZA mix.
Okay.
I hate you so much. That.
No, that'd be good though. This is a Janet Jackson SZA.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, this is this is hard.
come on.
This is also like YouTube tutorial. All right, guys.
Mixing 101.
Hall, Fashion Nova Hall. Nice little sped up. It's not what you think either.
It's not Usher.
It's not Usher. It's gonna fuck you up.
Now you're lost.
Yeah, talk to me. Send me that right now. Send me that right now.
Girl, you know you
Oh,
lost.
I love this song so much.
Lost in It's probably my favorite Frank Ocean song. I'm not gonna lie to you. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain. Bow, 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 bow. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train. Got a little Jordan Ward mix.
I knew it already from the start. I knew
Yeah, Fab Jam is too good, man.
doesn't work.
This one's a little different. You know what I mean?
Every time you see it. Do you remember when we were
Cold.
young and innocent then?
Thank you.
Cold.
Do you remember
Yeah, this is hard.
how it
Always, it's never what you expect.
These niggas talking out of their neck. Don't
Nah,
sweat
it
no
made me
coughing
mad.
out of
It's
your
hard.
mouth. Way too paranoid
Hold
for
on.
threat.
Okay, let's get it, bro.
DOT, the money, power, respect.
The last one was better.
Say it's a lot of
Goofies with a check, I mean, oh.
I hold them sentiments
Okay.
symbolic.
It's so much harder than the original beat.
This is such a wedding song to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, because the videos are like
Okay, that's fine. I didn't do that.
Yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck.
Yeah, the Frank Ocean one to me is the favorite so far.
Frank Ocean.
The front one too. Front is tough.
Perfect mix to me. And she's never gonna make a better song than this, by the way. I'm just gonna preface it.
I know it's no.
I still
think
have
she'll
a
make a
hard
better
time
song?
believing this is not the beat. It fits so nicely. Why do I think so? It's just so. You know when you hear a song so good?
What's his sample?
That's the way love goes.
For my time.
What? But you know the song?
This guy's offended.
Okay, I'll send that one for you. I'll send it for you.
Okay.
All right. Just, you need that in your life, brother.
It's so lush.
Just got like that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Don't worry. We'll get you in
It
it.
fits so perfectly with the
It
beat.
does.
Got me like.
Problem. That's just
Oh,
my problem.
I'm a fan of this girl. I saw her live.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw her
you
here?
did see her live. How was that?
The Drake?
Yeah, she was tough.
She was tough?
Yeah. Her mom came out too.
She looked like she had a lot of
The
personality.
mom from here?
Yes. Wait, what?
No.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I was thinking something else.
They just stuck his shit. They just stuck his shit.
It's tough.
Problem. That's just not mine.
I feel like you can mix this song with so much.
So
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
So
It's
much.
just one of those songs.
Yeah. A vibe. Any other songs? Anybody else? No?
I can't think of anything.
I've just been listening to Beyonce getting ready for Cowboy Carter. Just gotta rinse it. You
What
know?
city?
New York.
New York. New York.
Okay.
New York. Do you think she brings Jay-Z out? Because it's New
No,
York?
I don't think so.
No?
Because I've been going through some TikToks and stuff. I've been looking for him.
Is that ruining the game? Can we talk
TikTok?
about that?
Track list and stuff.
Just
Or
watching
set
the
list?
concert, like
No.
I feel like if I'm gonna go to a tour, I'm gonna block the footage because I
It's
want to
too
be
much.
surprised the
It's
night
everywhere.
of. It's
Yeah.
There's-
yeah, but Beyonce is very hard to just even
It's-
avoid it.
You know?
Especially if you like Beyonce, that means she's in your algorithm, which
Yeah.
means the algorithm's showing you every piece of the concert.
But the thing is that I don't see a lot. Like I see a lot of the same clips, and most have to do with Blue.
Yeah.
Right. But I've been going on a deep dive trying to figure out where Jay-Z is, because if you go back to a Renaissance World Tour, he was in the crowd. He was like damn near crying when Blue was dancing.
Me and my girl were talking about this.
And he's not there anymore. He's not behind the scenes. Like
this
he's
is-
literally behind the scenes. He's backstage. He's not in the pit
Is he
this
backstage?
time. Yeah, I found the video.
Like footage of him actually there.
Yep.
Well, at least he's there.
So
I
he's
think-
there, but I wanted to see, like, if he was not there at all, then that's definitely fueling the whole
Rumors.
divorce
Yeah.
rumors.
Oh, wow.
I just saw that he's staying low key and trying to stay backstage because of all the drama that just happened with the lawsuit,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And there's still like a lot of Beehive people that aren't feeling him, and so I
They
guess
just
for
feel like
his
he's
safety
always
purposes,
dragging her into unnecessary things.
Yeah.
And this time
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't even him. But I think my girl was saying that she thinks he's looking after the
son.
son, looking after Sir.
No,
Yeah.
Is it Sir?
yeah.
Yeah, and that because the daughter keeps coming out every show or whatnot to say to
No,
wave
because
and
when
do
you
the
think about
dance.
the last time, he was on the floor with Tina Knowles, like they have caretakers.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
I get that.
So
but
that's why, like, because the last time I don't even know if Sir was in the building. I don't even know if Sir
Yeah.
is in the building
That's
right now.
what
I think
everybody's
that
biggest
he's.
question is right now.
I don't think he's there. I think he's at home.
That's what everybody's biggest question was, and I thought he
Or
was
like
at
in the
home
hotel,
too.
like in a hotel.
Yeah. I thought he was back at the home, and I thought before, well, knowing that Jay-Z's backstage, I thought Jay-Z was just at home taking care of him, and he was like overstimulated or something, like just didn't want to be a part of it, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's ruining concerts, and I actually heard someone talk about going to see a movie. I think they went to see Sinners without any context. And they enjoyed it so much more, they said, than had they had seen the trailer or known what it was about. And I was like, I wonder if I want to try that.
You should.
Because
I do
I'm
that a
so
lot.
used to like
It's fun.
watching the trailer before I go see a movie or like checking out the single before the album drops.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? These little things and like trying to get some more insight. But I feel like I want to experience the art just all at once.
Yeah.
No preconceived notions.
It's better that way.
Treat it like comedy, man. The element of surprise.
I
Yeah.
think the
so
issue
necessary.
with when you watch trailers nowadays that they literally put all the best parts in the trailer. So then when you go and see, you're just like, all right, I already seen it. That's for a lot of them. A lot of them don't have like enough to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see this part. I didn't see that
That used
part.
to be my indicator if I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
When they
See too
put the
much?
whole movie into the trailer, I'm
But you
like,
don't
they
even-
gotta sell this. Because from watching Entourage,
Yeah.
I remember Vince had a movie that he wanted sold. Nobody was believing in it. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to put money into it. And they damn near had to put majority of the key plot points in it for the studio to care. So I'm like, man, when I see that and I'm like, oh, that's gotta be a major part. That's gotta be a major part. I get turned off and I don't want to watch the movie anymore.
I get that.
So I'm thinking about going in just
You should. No, I do that. a
not
bunch.
even knowing the
Clean
premise.
slate.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
a lot. I did that with Baby Girl. I mean, that was a surprise.
Of course, that must have been a surprise. It
was.
Cole Kidman in there on all fours.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
was laughing, but
I
like,
gotta watch that
I
still.
went into it blind. It was interesting.
He does that with women.
She does a lot of freaked out movies, man.
I do. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She does a lot of freaked out movies.
does.
I remember
Eyes Wide
one of the
Shut.
first ones, Eyes Wide Shut. It was
Yeah.
one of the first ones I ever seen.
She was on my list.
So what?
Oh, hear me out.
No.
Oh, that list.
The
Your
list.
Spank Bank.
Spank bank, my spank bank
Nicole
list.
Kidman.
Batman Forever. Batman Forever. Nicole Kidman when she was poisoned.
I'd put Cameron Diaz the mask on there.
Cameron Diaz was the thing for a
I
moment.
feel like that's the only time she was
That was
bad.
the only time she was bad.
A lot of
my
people
life.
love Cameron Diaz though, as a whole.
Yeah, they do.
They're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's
for
our
acting?
favorite. No, but even men, they're like, that's my favorite white girl.
Ugh.
At some point, she was for me.
After something about Mary, she fell for me.
She fell off after
yeah.
The Mask for me. Still, there's like, was it something about
Something
Mary?
about Mary. That's where I was
She
like,
was
after
kinda-
that, she was cute. She was quirky.
Yeah, no. I remember Alicia Cuthbert. Remember her?
Yeah.
From Popular Mechanics for Kids?
Yeah.
And then she grew up and she was the girl next door. She was like a porn star in a movie.
Yeah.
And the guy found out his neighbor's a porn star and he's like,
I love that movie.
yeah, movie's
Girl
so
Next Door,
sick.
right?
Yeah, so
Hard,
good.
bro. I love that movie so much.
Such a, I miss those. We don't get those anymore.
We don't.
What happened to the high school movies, bro?
There's no more American Pies. There's no more
there
nothing like that.
There is, but they're not in theaters.
No.
They do a lot of high school movies
Yeah.
and
They go
frat
straight to Netflix,
movies,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they go straight to Tubi, Zeus, Netflix.
Netflix has a lot. Like a lot of people are watching Love.
Forever.
Sorry.
Forever is the one that got people in a chokehold right now.
Yeah, I just finished it today. Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
good?
I like
Did you
it. I like it. No, I'm not gonna
Why
cry.
you say it like that?
Like what?
You don't cry?
She don't
Why do you
cry.
think
She
it's
don't
cry-worthy?
laugh.
Why do you think it's cry worthy?
And I'm just because it's like a
Black
romance.
love. Why do you think black love includes tears?
That almost sounds like you're offended because you cried.
I didn't watch it yet. You know, if I cry, I'll cry.
I saw
It's
one
not
scene
really,
from
like,
it that
I don't
went
know.
viral on the timeline, and the music. I was like, oh, okay, music direction.
Okay.
Like they had some good music. It was like a Janae Aiko song,
Okay.
and it kind of was like Insecure in terms of music. Like it
I
really
love that.
fit the
I love
moment
that.
so well.
It's
Yeah.
inspired by Judy Blume.
Yeah, Judy Blume book
that, yeah.
that they brought to
I love
life. And
Judy
the
Blume.
same woman that made it, the creator of the movie, she's the one that did Moesha, Girlfriends,
The
Being
Game.
Mary
Wow.
Jane, The Game.
Okay, so
So
they're in
she
good
does-
company.
She did the
She
one
does
about
this.
her love story that got canceled because the guy, she found out that the guy, her husband was into some things. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Love Always. You never watched Love Always? That was a good one.
I don't watch rom-coms. That's
Wait,
my
Love
girl.
No, it was a
Always.
TV series. I think it was Love
Always.
Always.
I think
And
I've
she
heard of it.
made
That name
that-
sounds very familiar.
Yeah, Love Always.
Love always. But yeah, I'm
By
definitely gonna check
Mara.
out that Forever movie because it got the timeline
No,
in the chokehold. It's looking like Black Notebook.
Really? Yeah, no, that's what I'm hearing.
It's giving Black Notebook vibes still because the way people are losing it, and I think Black women are really enjoying the way the Black woman character was portrayed. I guess in this.
Sorry, it's called Love Is.
Love Is.
It came out in 2018. It was one season, but then stuff came out about her husband, so she decided not to go through with
Damn.
the rest of it. But it was so good.
Well, that'll do it, right?
No, but nobody wanted that. Everybody was like, "F him!" Like,
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That'll do it
give us
in
the
terms of like
story.
putting out a story about your significant other. Will get all the stories out of the woodworks.
They do that, don't they?
Any exposure in a good way,
Oh.
I realize, because even with Love Is Blind or any of those shows,
Yeah.
the second one guy seems like a great guy for a partner.
Oh,
Here
no.
come two exes with a story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me tell you
was
about
me.
this guy. Yeah.
He cheated on me nonstop.
He was mean. Yeah, all that stuff.
He's got 3 kids, like Tyler.
They can't hide that.
That Tyler guy. You had to explain his surrogates.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember the story.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
supplying kids? It wasn't like his kids.
Yeah.
No,
No, they were his kids.
yeah, he was close.
He was
way closer with the
lying.
baby moms, like that. He said he's like,
He
we're
was
just
lying about it.
Oh yeah, he
was a
was
real
lying.
family.
Yeah,
He said they
yeah.
used a turkey baster, but he really inseminated
He was
them.
really the
like,
one. He was
yeah.
the baster. He was the
Yeah.
turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
And now they're divorced because of it too. Ashley
mean,
and Tyler.
She looked like a mon clown the whole time, anyways.
She did.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Portrayal of Black women. Let's talk about it. There's a statue in Times Square of a Black woman that's got the timeline in a frenzy. In a frenzy, Bob.
What's wrong?
That's what I said. This looks like my mom.
I was gonna say she just looks like a regular.
She looks like my mom.
She looks like a girl a New Yorker, you know, on the corner, getting ready to buy
What?
chopped
New Yorker
cheese.
on the
So
corner? Why she gotta be on the corner?
Not the corner like that.
He means the bodega.
On the
corner
corner
of
of the bodega, about to buy chopped cheese.
In front of Trinidad Palace.
Yeah.
So what's the purpose of this trophy? I mean, statue.
I have no idea. It popped up overnight. This guy Thomas J. Price. He does these statues, Black statues of like normal everyday people.
Yeah.
I believe he's done a Black guy as well in a park and other Black women. People were like, "Why is she portrayed like this?" And I was like, "This is such an easy way to see who's anti-Black."
Yeah, I mean,
Let me see.
What is the problem with this? You know, my issue with it is
She looks so regular. Like you said
I
that
think
she
it's
does
because-
everyday people. She
Yeah.
looks like an everyday person.
I
She
was-
has.
they did because she's heavier set. They're like, oh,
she's just got a T-shirt.
You're
She's
perpetrating, I think, a certain stereotype.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to go the other way, it'd say the same thing. Like if you were to make a super curvaceous, Black woman, you'd be like, of course you sexualize Black women, even as a statue.
I would get it if one hand was on her hip.
The two,
Sassy.
but
You know what I'm
they
saying?
said-
Yeah.
The
but
two
they say
hands
that
on
the
hips.
two hands on the hips is a superwoman pose.
Yeah,
Well,
and
no,
it's
this
very
one is-
unassuming as
This
well.
one's different though. This one's I worked hard. The Superman is more so on the hip. This is on the
Did you
back.
guys ever
Yeah,
have
and
that
it's
body
with
language
fists,
expert come to
closed
your school
fists.
when you guys were kids?
I was the body language expert.
Okay. But
No, not
write
that
it
way.
down.
No,
Write it down.
No, what the hell?
Write it down.
Not in that way. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that.
Are you
That's
talking
crazy.
about
You
we
said
allow-
it, though.
Oh, you speak
That's
French
crazy.
now.
Said it.
You
But
know,
you
you're doing
said
this to me.
it. Yes.
This guy said he speaks body language. Yeah, you're bilingual, huh?
It's kind of idiot.
You're bilingual. You're bi. You're bi. It's okay.
That's crazy.
He's
Keep trying to make
multilingual.
bi
No,
work.
you're bilingual.
First the biracial, now the bi.
That's bi.
It's not
He knows
bi.
3 languages. He's trying.
Ba, ba, ba.
Smudge bi.
It's fine, bi.
My only problem with this is I don't think Black people should be statues unless we're athletes or superheroes.
Why?
Or if the
Because
statue
the
is
general
not.
public is gonna have a field day with the creative racism that's about to pour out because of this statue.
yeah.
Especially when you take in the fact that we're tearing down their white statues.
Okay.
If we weren't tearing down the white statues, fair play.
Yeah.
Bring all the statues out. But because we're tearing down their legends, there will be retaliation.
Yeah.
Niggas are already grabbing her bum cheeks in pictures.
Stop this.
I'm just so
How
serious.
big is the statue?
I don't know.
Is it
looks fairly
niggas or
large.
is it white?
No, white guy was
Okay.
seen grabbing her. Like somebody,
Because it's white
a
people.
reporter went to see how people were interacting with the statue.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just deplorable.
But the thing is that that's how white boys are. Have you ever seen the video?
It's a fact.
No,
it's a fact.
Have you ever seen the video where the person is
Dressed up as the statue.
No, he's
Oh, I
just
like that
standing. The
guy.
person is just standing on the street, and I think they have a sign saying like, "You can do anything to me."
Oh God.
And then it's like there's some people who just come and like give him a hug or like do whatever. They're white boys. They were throwing food in his face. They were pretty much spitting on him. They were hitting him, like all of these different things. And I'm just like, look at the difference between how certain people act. It was always the white boys that were doing something crazy. And then everybody else, particularly women, would do something like more comforting.
microcosm of life, man. A microcosm
the
of
white
life.
guys were just terrorizing it. So I'm not, they'd be terrorizing
At the end
everything.
of the day,
I see one of those dudes dressed up as one of the statues.
Bronze
And
statue,
he was
yeah.
just sitting, and this one dude just ran up and kicked
Kicked him in the
face.
face. Oh, in the face.
In the face. And he's just like, and he got up ready to fight. Like, yo, I'm real. Like, but the things people do to a statue, like, why?
But white boys in general, it's cooked into their culture to be antagonizing, to try and push the boundary because they have no boundaries. Like if you think about a white boy back in like slave master days, the boundaries were don't let white people look at you crazy, right? And don't be poor. That's it. And what white people are looking at as crazy when a black person's standing there and you're ridiculing and throwing shit, spitting on them, and that's cooked into the culture now. Like that's in your DNA. That's in your coding.
Damn.
That's just
So they'll
what's
do that
fun
to
now.
listeners
whatever
like,
they
damn, bro.
can.
Think about those pictures of the black students' first integration at school, and man, them are sitting there, and white boys are just in the back of in the picture, just spitting on them, yelling at them, doing whatever. That's in your coding. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, and especially when you got that much privilege, it's like who gonna stop me?
It's making me sad, bro.
Who gonna stop me? It's crazy. Listen, it's a crazy experience being white. It must be incredible.
James, talk on it.
I mean, it's got to be. I feel like white people today have a harder time than any white people in history.
Because they're getting a lot more pushback.
A lot more.
And
The
they
most
have
pushback
to-
they've ever gotten.
They have
just
to
being
watch.
white.
They
For
have to
just being
watch
white.
That's
their
true.
words. Like they
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
mince them a
We
lot
know
more.
there's stereotypes now, and
Yeah.
we use it against them. It's like this is the worst time to be white. let's be really real. This is the worst time to be white. Like you gotta, if you had a time machine as a white person, you're going back. You're not going forward.
Oh my gosh, my mom just told me.
That is a crazy question to ask a white person.
My mom just told me.
I came a long way
When
from
would
the
you go back? What era would you go back to?
Neanderthals.
As a white man.
Yeah, if they don't say caveman,
Yeah, exactly.
You're
It's like,
cooked.
Why do you want that era? Why?
oh, I like the 1500s. Oh, really? When it began.
So the other day I was talking to my mom, and she was like, one day she had one of those really awkward moments where it wasn't her intention, but she was at her friend's house, and so she was the only white person. It was just, the family all black.
Uh-oh.
And one of the little girls were like hanging all over her, like holding onto her arm. Just you pull up your arm, the kid's there, and she was like, "What are you?" She was like, "You're my little monkey." And then she was like,
She corrected and said the N-word instead.
"No."
She could have said, "What are you, my little koala bear?"
She was like,
Monkey, I meant.
yeah. She was like, in her
hanging off
head,
your arm.
in
a
her
monkey.
head, she was like, just kids, they be hanging off of you like a
Yeah.
monkey. But then she was just like, yeah, I know that it looks so weird. And she was like, I just walked away. She was like,
Wait, were there other people, adults around to hear
yeah,
her?
there was other adults. Like, it's her friends that she's known for.
but did they hear
and their
her?
kids. Yeah, they all heard.
Just
Yeah.
walked away.
She was just like,
That's right there. That's what grown white woman do.
Fly on the wall.
That's out.
she just like this. And she was like,
That's amazing.
"Yeah, I'm
no,
gonna leave
because
now."
but they also, they kind of looked and stopped, and then they just kept going.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
They talk about it later.
Yeah.
They talking
You got
about
as a white person. that was
Maybe,
crazy.
but maybe not.
Wow, like,
Because
say something.
it's the same family. It's the same family that they have literally until the kids have literally until maybe 5 years ago, right before the pandemic.
Called my mom.
No, thought that my mom was mixed.
See?
They didn't know
White
she was
passing.
even. Yeah, they were like they thought she might have been like Spanish or something like that too. So I don't know. I wasn't there
She
though.
must be mixed. What?
But she
Irish,
was like, I just felt so bad because I didn't even mean it like that. She is part Irish.
Poor thing. Poor
say?
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just found out that gingers are black this week. Have you been seeing this on the internet, on TikTok? So a black
Gingers are black,
girl,
or there are
no,
black
gingers are black. There's this black girl that
Okay.
made a video saying gingers are black, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew this, but gingers are black, and she didn't explain.
Yeah.
And it went viral for whatever reason.
I saw all
And
the
then she
ginger
made another,
videos.
yeah. She made another video
Populated.
explaining why gingers are black. She's like, first of all, when slavery was happening, y'all was right there with us, digging up the crops, doing everything we was doing. And then she said, what was the other reason? I cannot remember what the other reason was. But
The letters.
no, that's
Sterling.
Hey, man.
I'm so mad that joke is so common.
What letters, man?
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
What letters?
It's
In ginger. yeah. Same letters. Same letters.
Just rearrange.
Same letters.
See,
Orange is the new
see
black.
it.
Shout out
Say it,
to
spell it.
shout out to
Wow,
Sterling
Orange is
Scott.
the new black. That's funny.
yeah. So I don't know what the full reasoning was, but ginger people jumped at the
But
idea.
you know, a lot of ginger people are Irish,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they say Irish.
Indentured
We're
slaves,
always
indentured
treated.
slaves, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, white people always treat them like
And then
lesser than
they also say that Jamaicans and Irish are like the same.
indentured
accent.
slaves. They were there with us at the start,
But you,
and
do
that's
you guys
kind of
know-
how it formed our accent.
Yeah, similar.
Is that union between us and learning English?
That's who brought over the meat pie and turned it into a Jamaican patty.
Yep. That's why we got the patties.
Wow.
Man, shout out to Kingston 12.
Yeah. I ate one on my way
I
here.
rinsed all those the ones that brought home.
Is that the food you guys have on your stories today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though like the saltfish was looking very small in comparison.
No, that was
to the-
yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
yesterday.
we got so every day this week because it's Buy Black's Restaurant Week, we're getting food brought to us. So yesterday it was Taste Seduction. Today was
snap.
Kingston 12 Patty Shop, and so he
snap.
brought a bunch of different patties and oxtail and rice and peas and jerk chicken and fried chicken.
Jeez.
So yes.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yes. And for yesterday's Aki and Saltfish, he only brought a little bit because he figured it was a breakfast food and it was only us. So he brought more of the other stuff like the jerk chicken. He brought like a full
It looks
plate
so
of
good.
that, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted some so bad.
Good times, man. I'm loving the food this week. This is the best week of work ever.
Oh, also,
shit.
I
It's the
don't,
week
I
that
don't
I
know if you
wanna
guys
go
know.
in.
Just real quick, back to the ginger thing. You know, every culture has ginger. Like, there's Asian gingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
like,
black gingers. There's Asian gingers.
All, there's Indian gingers. There's all
Yeah.
types of gingers.
Yeah.
You know what's
There's this one
crazier
girl.
is that only a black woman can produce that. So there's black in that lineage.
The Eve gene, right?
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one girl on, she's a brown girl and she fakes that she's a ginger. And she has the internet on, like,
How does she
A
fake?
brown
She
girl
dyes
that
her hair?
fakes
Yeah.
that she's a ginger.
she dyes her hair red and her eyebrows. And she's like,
How did they find
and
out she was faking it?
They know
What does she
it's
look
like
like?
satire, right? I don't know her name.
Oh,
but
so it's like very obvious.
She photoshops her baby pictures.
Hilarious.
She photoshops like so she
I
takes
love
it
that
all the
dedication.
way. And
I
then
love
one
someone
day
that goes with the bit.
and then one day she I seen one of her videos and she was just like, sometimes you guys ask me why I have dark roots, and that's because I get my dark roots done so that I can be commoners like you guys.
Hilarious.
Nice.
And she went and she put her video of her getting her hair done in reverse.
Yeah.
So that
Smart.
it starts with it all dyed, and then it ends with her hair being the roots and grown out, and her eyebrows being darker.
The dedication to the bit. The dedication to the bit. Let's talk about appropriation, shall we?
Sure.
Sailor. Sailor is a new Asian artist that is killing it.
Love
to
her.
me,
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
shit.
Love her.
She had Pookie's Requiem as her first single that, I mean, blew up. I don't know if it's her first single ever.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
But it's, Hey Pookie. I love that song. I've rinsed it. She got the remix with Summer Walker, even better. And yeah, I've been really enjoying her as an artist. very alarming look at first with the black grills.
Yeah.
Old school
And then
geisha steez,
Learn
you know?
the history behind it.
Yeah.
And
That was a sign of beauty in Japan back in the day.
yeah. And so already I was like, okay, she's tapped in with her own heritage, her own culture.
Yeah.
I like that.
And she Vietnamese, even though that's a Japanese thing. She Vietnamese.
So it's not her own culture.
And
All
it's not her own
well,
culture.
Okay.
that
changes things.
That changes things significantly.
Psych.
I guess it's like,
Nope.
I don't know.
Don't shoot her bail.
No. It's as an Asian girl rocking, you know, the hair gelled to the
baby
gel
hair?
to the forehead and stuff, the long braids, the black grills, just claiming she's a cockroach. Like she's everywhere.
That
I
was
love
I don't know if she
crazy.
claims she's a cockroach.
No, but like her
album cover
whole-
is an Animorphs image of her turning into a cockroach.
But her whole thing
crazy.
is she like
Which
she
race
feels
is that
like
associated
she associates herself with like cockroach behavior. You know, being a Florida girl, just like dirty, raunchy, just you know, she's cool. She likes that. And I like that she's different like that. But then again, maybe I'm just the Asian guy showing love to the Asian
I don't
girl.
know much about the cockroach stuff. I just saw the cover. I thought it was just
That's on her page.
to grab attention. I like the callback to Animorphs because I was just talking about Animorphs with somebody and how those should all be movies. Books are amazing.
I have no idea what that is.
Animorphs is a book series back in the day. Basically, these kids who get powers where they can, as long as they get in contact with an animal,
Yeah.
they can turn into that animal.
Oh, that's hard.
And it was sick.
Meeting a
My
gorilla,
favorite
nigga.
one was the one where his boy, I think his boy turns into an eagle or something like that, and gets captured and brought to the Arctic, and he turns into a bird, flies to the Arctic, and then I think their powers get weakened at some point or whatever. And so he turns back into himself, but he's freezing.
Oh, shit.
And he's dying. So he has to find a polar bear, but getting near a polar bear is crazy.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole thing. It was sick.
Sounds
Books
fire.
are tough.
Sounds
Books
fire,
are really
though.
tough.
I had it
But this
on.
Sailor girl, the Twitter timeline hates her.
Yeah, from time. I saw that from the very
Hates
start.
her. Says she's appropriation, cultural appropriation. I think it stemmed from her sounding like SZA
Yeah.
in Pookie's Requiem.
'Cause that's what she was like promoted as at first. It was like, this is Asian SZA.
But she didn't do that.
No, she didn't.
Which is the
didn't.
problem.
Other people did?
It's the
Yeah.
way that she's being marketed from other people
Yeah,
that is
that's what
making
sucks.
it seem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
You have, no,
horrible.
you have no control over that. You didn't ask for it either. And it's like trying to go against it is only going to make it worse.
Yeah.
Almost, 'cause it's like,
You
no
just
one's-
put a spotlight on it.
Exactly.
And then she did
How
Genius.
different can you be? Like she's doing everything to try and be different. Aside from the way she sings.
I feel like her videos are very different. Her image is different. Like
She's a different package as an artist.
I don't see a problem with the way she's marketing herself.
I'm going through her Instagram and she looks like girls from Japan.
She looks
Yeah.
exactly
Like,
like
that's how-
she's like a Harajuku girl.
Yeah, that's how they dress and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I don't
And do
see
their
the black
hair
girl
with the thing.
appropriation at
Like
all.
I get there's certain things maybe with the
Ebonics is one thing.
okay.
AAVE is one of the reasons why they're getting at her. But I'm like, she's from Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
There's no Florida girl, man. She's from Jacksonville, Florida.
What do you
did
expect?
Yeah.
It's like telling Asian
She's a
people that live in
Southern
Houston
girl.
not to sound Southern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What can they do about
literally
that?
from there, bro.
And my thing is also like, at what point are we going to consider Ebonics or AAVE as mainstream language now?
It's where it
Because-
has been
True.
added in some curriculums in
And
university
lexicons
and
and
all that other
dictionaries.
stuff.
Every year in the dictionary, we're adding new black words.
Yeah.
Riz got added
That's funny.
after Duke and them made it popular.
Not you.
Giving, giving.
Oh my gosh, I just seen a McDonald's commercial. They were eating the Big Mac and they're like, it's giving, it's giving, it's giving.
It's great that you
funny.
brought that up
Giving.
because that's the part of the reason why I feel like it's become normalized mainstream language is that once something gets, especially on Twitter, I see it in real time happen where Twitter will come up with some sort of new lingo or the black gay community will come up with some sort of new lingo.
Yeah.
And the companies
Yeah.
are the ones that attach to it and use it first.
Of course.
And kind of use it as a way to fit in with the crowd and go a little viral. It's kind of like seeing your teacher swear.
Or just seeing your teacher use the word.
Exactly.
Or even your user,
Yeah,
your
that's
teacher
like
using the word.
comparison.
Social media managers now are way more chill.
Yeah.
They try to be like funny. They try to be hip. A lot of them, there's a lot of times where I'm like, is this a black person running it? Just the way that
Yeah.
they speak.
Or
I'm like,
right?
is this
Yeah.
and how they're so ingrained in certain parts of the culture.
Yeah.
And they definitely tried to capitalize off of it. I think when I really seen it come all the way was with Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah.
With
for
Megan
sure.
Thee Stallion, that's when I was like, all right,
Yeah, the Hot Girl Summer one
I
was-
feel like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Because it was
like-
all in my email. Every
'Cause
brand.
black Americans are the cool kids, right? So it's like that's gonna influence the world, companies, marketing, everything. It's like, oh, you're hip on that? Say no more. You're in the culture, a little bit.
Invited
you know?
to the cookout.
Exactly, shit like that. We gotta stop inviting niggas to the culture. I mean, to the cookout,
Facts.
honestly, because it's bad. It's bad.
Facts.
It's real
There's a there's a guy that I follow on TikTok. I cannot find the video right now, but he did a speech at a school. He's a polyglot. So he's one of the, I don't know if you ever seen this white boy who just walks around and talks to people in different languages, and he's super fluent.
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, and so he went to talk to a group of high schoolers as their, I don't know, some sort of speaker. And he started off with, language is so important and it's part of our everyday lives. That's why I've decided to do the rest of the speech in your language, Gen Alpha. And so the whole speech, he's like, it's giving blah, 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 and skibbity beat, brain rot. And
How old
he's
is
just,
he?
Huh?
How old is
He's probably in his 30s.
Okay.
So, and he's a nerdy white boy. So he wasn't trying to say it like black or anything. He was just saying it.
Sounding Delulu and
It's Delulu. He said Delulu. So, but it's interesting to watch. Like, there was obviously a very mixed audience, and every one of the kids knew exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, at what point are you just gonna consider? Because there's so many kids that like a little white boy or a little Asian girl, their favorite creator is black.
Yeah.
Or their favorite, whoever they're inspired by is
Artist,
black.
whoever.
Or influenced by
YouTuber,
black
streamer.
Influenced by black. And like, it gave me an insight to how like white boys who get attached to rap
Yeah.
and rap culture and hip hop culture, or even white boys that get attached to reggae culture and Rastafarianism.
Ross
everything.
Trent.
I can see how it gets there.
I just thought
And
about
at
that
what
video.
I'm like, at what point is it not disrespectful, but just this person's life and what they've chosen to, or not even chosen,
I think-
what they just
Like
are
ingrain
attracted
themselves
to,
in.
and what
I think
M.R.
respectful when it's like you don't recognize that it's not from yours. You know what I mean? Like that's why like we want that separation between, hey, this is our culture over here, and then what you have going on is this. Because like eventually, like you said, it's going to become mainstream, and that's when we kind of lose it, and it becomes, it's not even your culture, it's just culture now. And that's what I think the problem has been with black culture for a long time. It's like we don't have anything. Remember Kanye saying years ago, what do black people have? Breaks?
yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
that
It's
is
like-
what we have.
Exactly. But even then, it's like, how do you how do you copyright
It's
that? How
just
do you?
insane. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like the things that we have aren't necessarily tangible.
Yeah.
They're culture.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I
there's
mean?
only certain like people of the community that are able to say, no, this is the origin, like these are the roots. But there's nothing written in stone, you know.
But
for, like,
also, we
strangers.
can't indulge in other people's culture.
But the thing is,
Or can we? But
also
we
have to
just
stop
don't think
doing
it's
that.
cool enough.
We have
You
to
know how
stop
many
doing
black
that.
people I see running like this now?
Yeah, and black people are emo as hell
As
right
hell.
now.
Yeah.
But
this is, like, a
I'm talking
relatively
about
new
like,
thing, right?
Yeah, it's relatively very new.
Exactly. What's common is more so like the opposite, where it's like our culture is being taken and kind of put into the mainstream. Like you're still able to identify, oh, this is a black guy doing this. Whereas if it's the opposite, it's more of like he's just being young.
Can I
Like,
can
you know what I'm
I
saying?
can I wear a bindi and speak like Indian slang?
If you work at Tim Hortons, that's no racial.
It
shit.
happens. It happens.
I
I've
mean
seen.
that, like,
As a black person?
no racial shit.
I've never seen that
If you were
happen.
in that community, like, if you're surrounded by a bunch of people from there, then it makes sense. Like, okay, you kind of picked up on these things, right?
I'm wondering if there would be cultural appropriation talks the same way that we bring up cultural appropriation talks, or would it just be embraced as wow?
They love seeing white
Because-
people dressed up as Indian people.
Yeah, because once again, back to the polyglot guy. I
Matt
follow
sent
a
his
couple
video.
polyglots.
Okay.
You found the video?
It's in the group chat.
I follow a couple polyglots. I really enjoy their content.
Okay.
I like seeing people be astonished that someone else has taken to the time to indulge in their culture. And you see the appreciation in those videos.
Yeah.
A guy will start speaking and his Mandarin's so good, and you see the change in energy, body language. He's getting free food now. They're giving him more pointers. They appreciate it. Whereas with black people, I feel like a lot of times we're very indifferent to that. And it depends also as well, because Jamaicans,
I was gonna say Jamaicans love it.
we embrace it. We really love it. But if you're first generation over here, you hate it.
It's
And
that
Jamaicans are the ones going, this is funny. And there's a
Hanks.
movie coming right now called Jafakin, right? It's starting a big controversy in the UK and Jamaica because it's a white guy who decides to just become Jamaican.
Okay.
And he got the dreads and he's Yaman, Bumbleclot, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And people saw the trailer, heated, pissed. He's doing blackface, he's doing all types of shit, yada, yada, yada. But then they found out Oliver Samuels is in the movie. Who is the king of Jamaican comedy. They found out all these prominent Jamaicans are a part of it now.
Yeah.
And now everybody's kind of like, well, it's not that bad and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And it's just like,
It's a switch up.
but like, it's also,
That cosign matters though.
right? And that's what I'm also wondering. I'm like, with other people, it doesn't, which is what I'm saying. Like, with the guy walking in speaking Mandarin, I'm wondering if it's different if he walks in and he's in a samurai outfit.
I think it's only.
You see what I'm saying?
The difference
Yeah,
is
because
that-
samurais are Japanese, but you know. That would be a
You know what I mean? That would be a problem. But you know what I mean? Like putting on us
Kung
as a
Fu suit
costume
or whatever.
is seeing a white guy in a do-rag and he's got fucking grills and he's wearing buffs. You know what I mean? And like that to us is putting on our culture, our costume of our culture, using us as an aesthetic.
It's because he can go far with that. But if it's the opposite, you can't. Like, there's a limit in terms of where you can go as a black person dressed in, I don't
See
know,
what I'm saying?
I can't think of anything else. But
Nicki
you know what
Minaj
I mean?
went really far.
Really
Yeah,
far.
but she stopped doing that shit how long ago?
And there was pushback. There was pushback.
Her name, low key.
Harajuku Barbie,
yeah, but like
Chun-Li.
Her last name is Mirage, but she uses Minaj. It's given. Asian.
No, the Minaj part isn't.
It's,
No?
it's it's Asian.
Like-
for
like-
sure,
like-
but I don't
like
know
I
what-
think that
East-
more had
South
to do
Asian,
with
like-
sex than it had to do
No,
with Asian.
but she's not
like
even speaking
Hassan
like.
Minaj, like you know,
Minaj,
like
yeah.
in like
She's-
Asian, like in
she
East
doesn't
Asian.
even-
I don't think
Spe-
she knew that was a. I didn't.
No, but I was
you
saying
guys
that's what
attach
she's
Minaj
saying.
to an Asian name.
That's what she's saying. Like it sounds Asian because of the Minaj.
It does.
I
It
never
does.
once.
But
The
I
way
think-
that she
I think it's
spells
not a
it,
sex
I
thing.
think
I thought it was more because she was coming out when she first came out. It was about the sex stuff.
It's because of the way she spells it. And then when she uses all the other references, Chung-Li, that's what she calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was much later on, like much later. So at first I didn't think of it. I honestly, I might have thought she was part Asian when she first came out because of the way her face.
Yeah, her face
is.
look, yeah.
She looks like she could be mixed with Asian. So I don't know. To me, I feel like we can't indulge the same way people indulge.
No.
And a
there's a
part of me thinks that we don't even, a lot of black people don't even want to indulge or care to indulge in other cultures in the same way that people indulge in ours.
Yeah, of course, because like I said, it's the cool kids, right? Like, it's cooler over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, there's gonna be a few people kind of run off and do like different cultures and stuff, but ultimately they kind of know like this is actually more lit here, and more people want to flock to that.
What's the difference between black American culture and black Canadian culture?
Oh man, how much time do you have?
Is there a lot
Ours
of
is more
difference?
driven.
Yeah, for
Ours
sure.
is more driven by Caribbean culture.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's more difficult to identify Black Canadian culture than it is to identify Black American culture.
Unless you go to
Because it's not
Halifax.
Canadian.
Unless you go to Halifax.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
The Black Halifax culture is like
Different
one in
from-
itself.
yeah.
Like it's different from American culture.
Yeah.
They say when you go to
Those are
Halifax,
descendants of slaves, though. Too,
yeah,
as
they are the
well.
descendants of slaves. But when you talk to a Halifax black person, their twang is very specific. There's a lot of Americanism, but
Yeah.
it's like mixed with the Canadian twang.
Interesting.
But they got a twang. So I asked the
Because
dude
but
from
they're
there.
also like East Coasters. East Coasters have twangs.
Yeah.
Newfoundlanders.
Yeah.
They have
Heavy. Oh my God,
PEI.
Newfoundlanders.
Yeah.
Newfoundlanders sound like Boomhauer.
Their French is
Yeah.
nuts. It's like some French Irish shit. It's nuts.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Black Canadian culture is because I mean, aside from us starting hockey, I'm not too sure with Black Canadian, not Black descendant of an immigrant. Now you're Canadian because you were born here. Culture, because you ask any Black person here where they're from, they're gonna tell you their parents' country. They're not gonna say Canada unless you go out of the country and then someone asks you where you're from. You're like, yeah, I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Black Canadian culture is, and I think that might be a part of the reason why Black Americans have such a disdain for us indulging, because a lot of Black Canadian culture, to me, especially growing up, is just following Black American culture.
Pretty much.
Like when we were younger, the man used to talk like Americans.
They used to want to be American.
Americans.
Caravana
so
weekends.
Bad. Yeah.
I still talk. I still have the twang left over from trying to talk like them for years.
There's a lot of mans. I notice it at a certain age group. There's a certain age group. It's like around 34, 35, where all my homies that are like that, when a camera goes on, for some reason, American accent comes
you
out.
already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if they're promoting a party or something.
That's crazy.
It's like some American accent comes out. It's so odd. It's so weird.
I will say this though.
That's a
It's
good point,
like
though.
sometimes like I'll say, some days I'll say rhyme, and then other days I'll say Tom. For like, what time is it? It's like, why can I say rhyme properly, but then I'll say Tom instead of time?
I think it's because of how
and it's
much
like
culture
hip
you kind
hop
of
and
soak in.
there's so much of that, like, and so many years of trying to code switch into Queensbridge Nas slang.
Here's the Polygon
Naturally.
video of him speaking Gen Alpha.
Honor to be here at Westtown High School for Languages Week.
He
Your
looks so
school
young.
invited me to give a guest lecture about the importance of learning languages, but it occurred to me that all of you are already, in some sense, multilingual, whether you realize it or not. And that's because you speak the Gen Alpha dialect of English, a language so distinct that I, an aging 34-year-old millennial, genuinely cannot understand it. Or at least couldn't understand it before I spent weeks immersed in TikTok videos studying your dialect to partial fluency. And because nothing drives home the importance of learning languages better than hearing someone else try to speak your own, I'm going to try to deliver the rest of this speech in your very own native tongue. Gen Alpha.
They're so embarrassed.
But wait.
Like, I think that's secondhand embarrassment too. Like, oh, please don't do this, bro.
No, it's about to be so cringe.
Of course, to facilitate the comprehension of my fellow elders on YouTube watching this as a video, I'll also be including subtitles in standard English. So, without further ado, it's low-key a huge W to be vibing here at Westtown High School for Languages Week. But chat, let's lock in.
But chat, let's lock in.
Now, I know it's giving to Lulu for this chuggy boomer to speak in such skibbity brain rot. But if you'll bear with me, I'll put the fries in the bag in just a second.
Yo, I can barely understand
I'll
this.
put the fries in the bag in a sec.
What the fuck does fries in the bag mean?
I'll get to the point.
Get to the point.
What does skibidi mean?
That's that. Have you seen the video?
The skibidi, yeah, it's
I
a
don't know what the
skibidi
fuck-
toilet. It's like this.
this thing that
it's a
pops up the
plunger.
toilet, and it's
like-
literally.
It's honestly the most sinister looking and dark skibidi. It's so weird. My nephew keeps on. One of my younger
remember how to spell
nephews
it.
watches it all the time, and I'm like, "Cuz, you let your nephew." He's obsessed. But when you watch it, it's so dark. It's the most darkest thing
I've
ever.
seen this picture before, but I did not know that this was from a video. I thought it was a
like
video
filler
game.
word. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it was like so old rendered video.
So what does the word mean then?
Yeah, what does the word mean?
I think he used it as reference as like shit.
What the heck is
Why did that become popular?
Yeah. No,
Yo, see, now I'm old.
yeah, we're old. Yeah.
This is it. It's happening right now. You guys are seeing it live.
It's been happening, yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Because I can't even fathom why that's cool.
Bro, my niece sends me these things like I've stopped watching.
I can usually get
my
a hint
sister
of
showed
like
me.
something like, okay, I can see why that. Okay, I can see why.
Bro,
What?
There was a period of time where she would call me an expired potato, and it was the funniest thing to her. I'll never understand it. And she's like, it's a TikTok thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Expired potato? Like, you know what I mean? I'm washed, man.
Meaning you're old?
Was it? I'm washed.
Is that what she meant though?
What
Expired.
does
I don't
skibidi
even
mean?
know.
Bad, cool, or dumb, or be used as an exclamation or to start a joking conversation.
Bad, cool, or dumb?
This rise is closely associated. Okay. Let me put this on.
This is the oldest podcast ever.
The term skibidi is a nonsensical word that gained popularity through internet culture, particularly among younger generations. Its rise is closely associated with the viral YouTube series Skibidi Toilet, created by the channel The Fuck. Boom. This series features surreal animations of human-headed toilets battling humanoid figures
so weird.
with cameras or speakers for heads. The absurdity and the humor of the series have resonated with Gen Alpha, leading to why this concept skibidi doesn't have a fixed meaning. It's often used as a playful or humorous interjection, similar to how one might use blah 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 or yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So it's Ray Tay Tay?
Something like that.
Skibidi is Ray Tay Tay?
Yeah.
What?
Whoopty woo. Like, you know what I mean?
Whoopty woo?
Whoopty woo, yeah.
The Ray Ray? The La La?
But it's also like in the same way you could be like blood clot or bomba clot. Because one time my nephew was like, "Ooh, skibidi," and I was like, "What? You use that differently this time?" I was like, "Were you saying that because you were happy, or are you confused?" I'm like, I cannot understand the usage of skibidi, but I think it's a multi-purpose word. It's multi-purpose that can be used in many situations. Kind of like what's another one of those words that we actually have? We should have our own version of like a word that can be used on many, like, goddamn, like damn.
Like a word that could be used on many what?
Like has
Have
many
many
meanings.
different
Like can be used with like
definitions?
happy, sad, a thing, an adjective, a verb.
Philly has John.
Yeah,
Right? Like
John.
John is
Like John could be
Yeah.
many things. Look at
Like
that
John
John
can
over
be
there.
anything.
Yeah, yeah.
A girl, it could be a thing, it could be a place. Yeah, I don't think
I
we
just
have
learned
that.
about green.
Toronto doesn't have that.
We don't.
I just learned
Ting?
about green. You're
I
green.
thought about that. I was like,
Ting is the closest because
The
you could
closest,
be a
yeah.
ting, you
Yeah.
could have a ting, you could be
Yeah.
yamming a ting. This guy's this guy.
But he said it.
I said yamming a ting.
All right, see, I'm a victim
Yeah.
here, man.
I thought food. You thought pussy.
You know,
Or body. I don't know.
I-
Hey,
the first
I don't
one.
know, brother.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Whoa,
Let me
whoa,
see your
whoa.
eyes.
That's that thing. Still, that's that thing.
Looking if any of them are pink.
No, this guy's dumb.
Yo, what's the pettiest reason you wouldn't date someone? What's the pettiest reason
man.
you haven't dated someone?
I feel like Alicia has a bunch. Women always have a lot. She's fine because she does. Yeah, women always have the best ones.
Dangling earrings.
Dangly earrings. Yeah, I heard a
that's
lot
a
of
thing
women
across the
say
board,
that.
yeah.
Well, I did,
What
and
is
then
the
I bought him a
correlation?
new one, and I told
Is it
him to
ugly
change
or
it.
is it like the nigga that's attached to it is
It just
usually a
gives a
bad
certain
person?
vibe. Yeah.
What's the
those,
what's the vibe? Street magician?
Like
David Blaine?
no.
Angel mind freak.
Like one of those
like
guys
dancers
that
like pop and lock with that
No.
shaking
Oh
of
yeah,
the earring
professional
makes it
dancers
look
is on my
good.
list.
like somebody who is kind of like hipster vibe. There's a specific one that just comes to mind. Like image,
I
you
feel
know?
like
And it also
Artsy
like
nigga with a
it's
mattress on the floor.
It's coupled with
There we go.
gloves with the
That's
fingers
pretty
cut
close.
off too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or even
Torn jeans for sure.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fingers.
no, but to be honest, like sometimes I think about Luke
Tipless
James.
gloves?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tipless gloves. Oh god.
Gloves without the tip.
Tipless gloves is
Yeah.
gross.
Dang.
With
I've
the
had
long earrings.
too, yeah, for sure. Like,
I've
I
always
mean,
wondered why the dangly. I almost bought one time.
It's
I feel like
usually
you would
the
rock one though.
different.
it's the people's
See,
like
why?
personalities too that
Usually a fuck nigga that's a promoter.
but okay, every time
That guy.
every time I think about a dangly earring, I think about Wolf James for whatever reason.
Wolf chick.
Luke James, sorry.
Oh, Luke
Ah,
James.
okay.
Wolf James.
Yeah, no, because his
That's a sick
Instagram. Wolf James. But yeah, it's definitely like a hipster. They're usually a little conceited. Or like St. John. I think about St. John.
Okay.
Guy, I like that guy.
You
He's
know?
cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
It's my guy.
Not a fan of the music.
But I don't
think
know.
I'm a fan of him.
I don't think I could be in a relationship with
With
him,
St.
you know?
John. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't.
See, everybody you've named has to me they dress like street magicians.
Okay, well, I don't know what a street magician is, so.
Person does magic on the street.
I don't know.
You ever seen Chris Angel Mind Freak?
Yeah.
No, I
You
don't
see
think
David
so.
Blaine?
David Blaine.
Yeah, but I don't know what they were wearing.
David Blaine probably is the least.
He looks regular with his black
street
tee.
magician person. Yeah.
Skibidi stay what?
I feel like the guys that rock the dangly earrings will rock the suit vest without the jacket.
Deep V-neck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just the
Yeah.
guys that just walk
Disgusting.
out with no jacket.
Niggas that
just,
rock the
yeah.
vest.
A vest
were
with a DV?
Yeah.
That's a double crime. That's disgusting.
I watched the last episode of
DV Bandit. This nigga's V for Vendetta, man.
I watched the last episode of Pop the Balloon Live
Oh, I need to
right
watch that.
before,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Okay, why don't you like him?" And he said, "She literally said the dangling earring, it turned me off." And then I got the ick when he said that she's a little Amazon, and
I'm trying to think what's the female version of the dangly earring.
I don't know, but
The
definitely
dangly nose ring.
I cut
A
these off.
crystal
Or
or
I
rock.
didn't- I didn't
The
consider
nose
someone
ring that
'cause-
attaches to the earring.
I didn't consider someone because of a winter jacket. The winter jacket was not hidden.
what was it? Oh, it was baby fat. What?
If it's cold out, you know what I mean. You pull out some shit.
You gotta be on road with this person every day like
yeah,
this.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I can't do that.
Like if a girl pulled up with snow pants.
Bro, what are we doing?
I'm sorry.
What if
I'm good.
The fucking ugly toque.
She got the
pull
mitts.
over your ears.
She got the mitts, not the gloves. She got the mitts with no fingers.
Nah, the mitts can go on.
No,
As a
but
woman,
that's
it's fine.
not the knitted. Not you're thinking the knitted. I'm thinking the kid one. You know the
Bro,
thing?
this is a crime. Get away
The
from me.
jacket material.
Like the ones that are slushy and insulated.
just attached to the string on your wrist.
Childish bitch. What
That's
is this?
disgusting.
That is
Oh my
insane.
god.
Yeah, no, that would be that'd be a reason.
Only in Banff or in the Okanagan. You can't do that shit. Out in
I
the
stopped talking
open.
to a girl one time because she had boxy shoulders.
Stop.
Yeah. So we were
fucking
done
real.
having sex. So it was my first time seeing her naked, right? She went to go to the washroom. Dog,
Look like an NBA player and shit?
Them fucking shoulders, nigga. She looked like a gargoyle, bro.
Walked off like Westbrook.
She walked off. Yo, she looked hench. She looked like someone put a hanger in her back, and like the shoulders were just so like unbelievably straight. There's no drop down. You know how your shoulders.
Did she work out?
Like she
Was
was
she
a
like a-
former track athlete.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Would you rather have
unsee
that or have deltoids? Like if she has like
deltoids.
Like the under
things?
the wings.
Is it-
So
no,
that's-
no, it's the
The
shoulders, the
deltoid?
shoulder muscles. Like if she has it like rounded,
It's
like
like the
Dwight
thing
Howard.
right
I
here.
don't mind that.
No, I
No,
mean like
right
muscular.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
like
knees.
Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
No,
okay,
not the
okay.
traps, not the traps. I mean
Yeah,
the shoulders.
traps. Yeah, the shoulders. Yeah, this part right
Like
here.
rounded. You prefer that?
I don't mind it.
Nah, I'd rather have it square than the fucking Dwight Howard shoulders.
I don't mind it.
Oh,
I don't
nah.
mind it.
What's her name? What's the girl? What's the girl?
But
That's
I'm also not into
Colombiana.
jacked woman.
Yeah, I'm not
Zoe
either.
Zoe Zeldana. What's her
Zoe
name?
Saldana. Yeah,
She's
good
got
deltoids.
she got adults.
Really?
And Sarah O'Connor from Terminator.
I don't remember her.
Yes.
People went crazy over that woman. So it depends. Yeah, it really depends. I'm not into muscle mommies. I'm not
Yeah,
really
no, I'm
that
good.
kind of
I'm
guy.
good.
Yeah, when I see like TLC, how they're so fit,
Chili.
chili and T-bars.
But I'm still
Like
attracted to them.
I'm attracted, but I still rather like I don't want all that muscle.
I just like a softer, dainty woman.
The super gym shit, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
When I see a chick with an 8-pack, I'm like, oh
Yeah, nah.
yeah, I'm not.
With an 8-pack?
Why
An
though?
8-pack or a 6-pack?
It's close.
Why?
Why though?
It's getting close.
Is it because you don't have one?
No. That's not
nothing to
it.
do with
It's
that.
just
Are you
like
sure? Subconsciously?
I'm 100% sure. No, I won't.
I think a lot of men. I think a lot of men correlate heavy muscle, like very defined muscles, with
masculine,
men,
yeah.
and very masculine.
But I kind of feel like it could be subconsciously. You guys are like, okay, I don't have that.
Even when
And
I
we
had it, I didn't want it.
When we know, when you see
Yeah.
women who are like that, you'll be like, okay, she's gonna try to force me to be
I
something.
would
that
love
know
that.
No,
I would love that.
I
I
like
didn't feel that way at all.
I've been praying my girl be motivated me to go to the gym. Like, she's just as bad as me.
you know what it's like when women love a husky dude over a skinny dude. Like they rather a little bit of something to hug on to. Like I'd rather a chick that's got something to hold.
Yeah,
You know what I
something
mean?
into.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to sink my fingertips into her ab
I'll
creases.
take a
You know what I'm
football
saying?
over a pack any day. of the
Ooh,
week.
yeah. Football
Any
over
day
the
of
pack.
week.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But I do think that there is something there with some people
Yeah.
where like in terms of sex, especially when it's time to get naked. Like I know I've had sex with women who didn't want the lights on because they were very insecure and thought that I would look at them different or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'll
so
say-
I can see people having comfortability in dating someone their size, where they don't feel as insecure because you're in the same boat as me.
Oh,
type
for
of
me,
vibe.
I mean,
I
And
would
you
rather.
probably won't hold me accountable. Like some people
Okay.
don't want, like she said,
There's some people who are
don't
like,
want to
okay,
be
I
held
want,
accountable in
I
that
want
regard.
some accountability,
Yeah.
but like when you see somebody who is OD fit, 8-pack vibes,
Yeah.
that means that they're working out multiple times a day and they're
Facts.
taking their health very
very
serious,
seriously.
and they're going to project that onto you.
no,
Right?
I personally,
So I feel like that's some of the reason. And
a bunch
then
of fit
a
mommies that want
whole,
big niggas, bro.
and then a whole other thing is like the gay thing. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, it's too close," because
It's too close to a
quote
dude?
unquote to a man.
Yeah.
It's like a gay being scared.
No,
close.
yeah, I definitely
Hairy
associate.
armpits, muscles. Yeah,
I'd rather. I'll take
masculine traits to that for
I do
sure.
too as well. Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. I just, you know what I mean?
But sometimes people, there's so many variables. Sometimes
Yeah.
people are attracted to the complete opposite of them. Like you never know what it is. And sometimes I'm of the elk that are
Why are you
kinks.
dying?
Are kinks later on. What did James say to him?
The producer's a
James
fucking
said
idiot,
something
bro.
crazy.
He's like, what about women wearing cologne?
I don't know. That tickled me though. I don't know.
Oh, that's your pettiest reason? Okay, so
Yeah.
she pull up smelling like 1 million.
Like
You're
fucking
like, fuck this.
Chanel.
But you know what's so crazy?
Paco Rabanne, bitch?
You wearing Sauvage, bitch? What the fuck?
Bitch got on Swiss Army altitude?
But you know what's crazy is that men, I think there's
Water.
like studies that say men are more attracted to masculine fragrances on women.
Interesting.
I know women that will wear muskier fragrances, and the guys absolutely
I
love
was
it.
about to ask, what is a masculine?
Something that's more musky.
Muskier makes sense. Yeah. Muskier
Something
makes
musky,
sense.
something like
Less fruity.
yeah, something like outdoorsy.
Really?
I don't really
Yeah.
notice that. You just smell good or don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really like go, oh, is that, like, I don't care. I've never asked someone,
No,
what are they
I'm just
wearing?
saying that there's sometimes there's
I've
people
been-
who
I
are.
can't get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sensitive
like
about
women
smells
deodorant.
though too. Yeah.
Some guys do that. I don't do that.
I've had to do it at like a girl's house where I was like, I slept over, I don't have my shit
Yeah.
or whatever. And honestly, their deodorant is way better.
Like Secret?
It kind of like lasts longer.
People say that. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's so funny
just a
because
better
guys
smell.
say that, and then there's some women that will say men's is better, and
Yeah.
they'll use the men's one.
Interesting. I think it's more so what we're attracted to. We like honest.
Yeah. Well,
so it's
yeah.
Like your girl will like wearing your t-shirt because
That's
it
a
smells
fact.
like you.
That's a fact, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my girl, she came home the other day, thought I wasn't home.
Yeah.
It's just because she smelled my cologne in there.
Yeah.
She thought I left, and I was in the room. She was like, "Oh, I was just hoping you didn't leave because I smelled your cologne." I was like, "Oh, I miss him." I'm like, smells are like. I think they say smells are the closest thing or the strongest thing linked to memory.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They worked in tandem. Yeah.
yeah, so like you might have grown up smelling a certain thing and just that's now what's in
Yep.
your subconscious. It's like this is what
Yeah.
smells good.
My grandfather died when I was 13, and I still know what he smells like.
Yeah.
I could like smell it. You know, if somebody walked by, I would be able to smell it in my head. I can
If I lost someone,
remember
I would
it.
want that.
It's
yeah.
also spooky though. I mean, 'cause
And
they-
then
yeah.
there's another situation when I went to Club 108. I was 14.
You don't know
Yeah.
about those ones.
I don't
brother.
know.
Shout out to Club 108. Shout out to all ages parties,
clubs.
man.
All ages clubs?
All
Yeah.
ages clubs.
You nasty kids.
Yeah.
So when I was 14, I think it was my first time ever going there with my cousin, and there was this guy, and he was I'm sure he was very older. Like I'm pretty sure he'd get into the 19 plus section.
Lock him up.
But he was trying to like dance up on me, and he just like kind of wouldn't leave me alone. But I remember his cologne to this day. Like if I walk by and I smell it, I just feel sick.
Traumatic.
And it was this green one. I think it was like a Guess perfume or something like that, but it was a color green. And so I can't even, somebody who wears it walks by, I'll be like, ew. Like I want to throw up. And it was
Down.
because I did not want him to like touch me,
Yeah,
you know, and
down.
he just kept trying to dance on me.
Yeah.
Imagine something like that happening and like the person smelled like oxtail. Now you can't even eat oxtail no more. Oh, I'd fight everybody.
Going to the club smelling like oxtail already. Lock him up.
Oh my gosh, did I ever tell you guys the time when I was in this New York party? So there used to be this part where they had like a speakeasy behind this bar. The bar was crazy. White people, like really one of those basic bars where you're like, yo, why am I here?
Yeah.
But you walk through and then there's like this private club and like Ty was there, Jay-Z's best friend and stuff. And like all these.
Is he actually
like,
5'6"?
Yeah, he's so small.
He's tiny.
And all
Pretty tall to me.
and all these other like ball players and stuff. It was cool. And then this guy comes in and he's standing with us in the booth. And I'm like, yo, this man smells so bad. Like
Rancid.
cooked food.
Damn.
Oh,
Like
no.
fish and
Not fish.
chicken.
Damn, smelling bad
And
while smelling like cooked food that's terrible.
and it was taking over. And he was like talking to everybody and he felt like he was so confident and he was chatting to me. And I was like, honestly, I was like, did you come from home, like where your parents are or something? He said, yeah. And I was like, you smell like it. And he was like, I was like, yeah. And he was like,
That's the worst.
God damn.
That's you gotta keep cologne in the car, man.
I'm standing on the other side of the club.
no, he literally went to the bathroom. He was like, are you serious? What do I smell? I'm like, fish, fried fish. And he was like, my mom just cooked it too.
Do y'all tell people when
And then
they have something going
I
on?
had to because he was
Close
there.
friends,
And I'm like, it's either
fucking
I
mine
leave,
up.
it's either I leave or he leaves.
Nigga, you smell like omega-3. Get away.
Yeah. So he went to the bathroom for a while, and I think he tried to like wash up, like try to put soap and
now
whatever.
Now you sound like you smell like club soap.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
no,
the
some
worst.
clubs those smell really nice.
Oh, I've never experienced it.
Maybe it's the men's
They be
side.
skipping on our soap, man. It's that pink soap from the back of McDonald's.
And then
Memories.
but then he came back. And he was like chilling for a little while, and you could tell his like confidence wasn't there as much. So I
'cause
kind of
of
felt
you, dog.
bad.
You took that from him.
But then he was like,
Word.
but then he came back to me. He was like, "Does it still smell?" And I'm like,
It was on his
yeah.
mind the whole time.
And he
Off-
was like,
he
all
offed
right.
himself that night.
He was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And he like
Damn.
literally left.
He didn't come back.
You got to
I
at
don't
that
think
point.
so.
He was
Got
gone.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He offed himself.
I've gone
It was
to the
really
club
bad.
not smelling the greatest and just went crazy in the washroom with the deodorant, the cologne, the gum. Like you gotta spruce up in the club bathroom.
That's why it's there.
That's why it's there, man.
Yeah, if
I did that before we started.
Do women have that?
I'm going home.
Yeah.
Do you guys
they
have
do.
that in your
Yeah, they do.
washroom?
Yeah.
Like
The
perfume.
Yeah, there's like spray deodorant. There's sometimes like hair ties.
But with a
and
person,
bobby pins.
a
Yeah,
person handing it to you though.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, they got the person.
Tampons and pads, gum, mints.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's like some type of, I don't know.
Is there a stereo-
Hairspray maybe, like,
But is there-
depends on where you are, right?
Is there a stereotypical person that serves it to you?
Yeah, it's usually like a Spanish person.
It's always a Spanish thing.
It's always different for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I feel like for the most part,
I've
it's
had
always
white guys, black guys,
Arab.
brown guys in the
Spanish.
washroom.
or Asian,
selling
like
stuff.
Filipino.
Like they be
that a lot.
low-key selling it. Like it's not just there for you.
Yeah,
They be low-key selling it. Like,
There's
oh yeah, that
gum,
one $5,
everything.
brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
It's like, if you like the smell, you can have the bottle.
I'm like, if I just take this and spray this to myself right now, what's gonna happen?
Nah, I'm too
There's
proud.
no receipts.
I never sprayed that shit.
No, but technically you don't have to pay for it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They
You're just
be
supposed
acting
to
like
give
you're
tips.
supposed to, and I'm like, the tip is voluntary, brother.
Yeah.
ask my ex. All right.
Wow.
I'm sorry. What, so now that we're talking, wait, you guys didn't give your petty reason. Did you give your petty reason?
No.
What's your pettiest reason for breaking up with someone or won't date someone? I feel
I
like
don't
you're
know.
so open-minded.
I'm very open-minded. You know,
I feel like you're so go with the flow that it's like,
an 8-pack.
no one would do great on Pop the Balloon.
No, I honestly,
I think no one would
like
do great.
as a
Yeah,
guy
sure.
that chooses a chick or that's standing holding the balloon.
Standing holding the balloon.
I think they would pop just because I'm short.
But do they
pop-
get
Or
to
no,
that
I want to
phase?
give. Sorry, I'm holding the balloon.
Yeah, you're holding the
That's
balloon.
right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you'd be good at holding the balloon on this show because you wouldn't be like, oh, I don't like her shirt. Pop. I don't like her voice. Pop.
True.
And it's not because I have low standards.
No.
It's because I'm very open.
You're just very
to-
open-minded.
to whatever.
Empathetic,
You know.
If inclusion was a person,
It would be you.
Hilarious.
Like I rather a C-section scar over abs. You know what I mean? Like that's
all
not
right, see, you lost
like
me on there.
I like
I don't know.
I like blemishes.
We need rather. I'm not rathering in that situation.
No, but
Whatever comes, comes.
I'd rather. I personally rather that.
A person that had to go through C-section it could be stronger in different ways.
I
But
didn't say they weren't. I'm just saying I'm not
then-
rathering. I'm not rathering this or that for that situation.
I think
I'd rather you not get cut open. How about that?
yeah.
well, sometimes
I'd rather you not go through that pain.
Of having a child, it's a beautiful process, man.
No, not the pain of having to cut yourself open to have that child.
But it's it's something you pay
8
for.
layers.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, Scott.
And the epidural needle is long, but it ain't as thick as I thought it was. I saw a video of see, put
It
him
has to go.
away, put him away. I said epidural needle. This nigga still went thick, huh? Thick long cylinder. Huh? Like, no, I
What
saw
about
a
that
video
needle
of an epidural needle. And I was like, this ain't that bad.
In your spine?
It doesn't look that
Those
bad.
are like it's a very
Some women say it's not that serious of a pain, and some women say it is. So I think it all depends on the person.
some
I just
people
think
say
it's the
that their
fear.
backs got messed up afterwards.
Yeah.
But it is I think it's the whole situation because when I had to get mine, it's like you're going through contractions and you literally can't move.
Yeah.
Like if
And
they
then-
move any which way,
Yeah.
you could potentially be
Paralyzed.
paralyzed
You know,
or
I-
something
I
happen.
literally have that
so
memory
it's
since I
like
was
when
8
you're
years old, bro.
thinking about having a contraction
Can't move.
and you got this person sticking a needle and we don't even be knowing what the needle looks like for real because I didn't realize that it was that long.
Yeah.
And
long
you're
needle,
like
man.
trying to hold it and they have to try to get into the right spot. Like, I feel like
We know
that.
what that's like. You know what I mean?
Right down.
From the back in the dark. Goddamn.
Wow.
Yeah.
like
Most of
needle
them
in
are
a haystack.
paralyzed.
Still? At this big age? Yeah, it's fine.
That's why you guys are mostly the ones that give the epidurals, to be honest.
Yeah.
You can relate.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A girl asked me if I was funny enough for if I thought I was funny enough for stand up, and I never talked to her again. We were just post coitus, and I was just like, yeah, I think we're gonna try it, like give the stand up thing a try, like really like going for it. She's like, are you sure you're funny like that? Like, and I was like,
You cried?
my dick never been softer.
Yeah, that's. Did you just come from your parents' house?
She could have shit on me, and I would have been more horny than her saying that.
Yeah, that's
Dude, one thing you don't attack
that's crazy.
is comedy. Yeah, don't do it. I don't. You guys, for some, it may be different things
No, but
for you
even,
guys,
I think it's
but
just like,
for
are
me,
you good enough? Is like fucked. That's.
are you
not-
sure? Shorty
that's-
said, "Are you sure
yeah,
you're
that's
like
fucked.
funny like that?" And I'm like, I didn't know what to say. I was like stunned, and I also thought of every like biography that I've ever watched to like people I idolize.
Yeah.
And they always have this moment where someone's like, "You're not good enough," and I'm like,
I'll
"Is
show
this
you."
it? Is this my villain origin story?"
Yeah, I had guys tell me that I wasn't going to move to the States. They're like, no, you're not going to do it. And then I went and I did it. So I
Well,
stopped
that's a
talking to
Toronto
them.
thing, though. That's a Toronto problem. Because you know how many people in this city, "Oh, I hate Toronto, I hate the city."
No,
Still
they
here.
just didn't think
Never
that I
left.
could make it. I'm like, all right,
I'll show you.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Them bright on face, yes.
Another one was gin. If you drink gin, I don't think I'm really into you.
Facts. What are you
Gin
going
is
through?
like-
I'm mad at gin.
No. What are you going through?
I don't love it, but like, I love it. There was a phase in my life where a lot of women in my life drank gin.
I was scarred
They're
from a guy
going
that
through
drank
something,
gin.
brother.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? Because
Gin,
they're-
just Bombay in the crib?
Silent Sam, I think gin is the least smelling alcohol. Out
No,
there.
it's not. What? It tastes like
right.
pine.
Least smelling?
Is it vodka? Okay, sorry.
Oh.
No, well,
Yeah.
I know there's a
Like
drink called
gasoline?
Silent
Gin
Sam.
smelling?
That's a
Yeah,
gin
gin
that doesn't smell.
Bombay is very strong
Gin
smelling.
tastes like
like
pine
gasoline.
trees.
Yeah, you take that cover off and your eyebrows burn off, brother.
I'm scarred because one of the boyfriends that I had when I was younger, we
Juice
had
and
broke
gin.
up, and then one time I went to his friend's birthday party with him, and it was at a hotel. His friends went to get weed or whatever. I'm like, I'm tired. I went to school and worked, and then he opened the gin bottle and he put it under my nose, and that's how I woke up. And I was just over. I was just like, this is disgusting.
What's the first time you guys got drunk? What was the first liquor? Beer. Beer?
Beer.
Me is a rum cake still. Rum kick.
That's
It ain't
funny.
That was hilarious. But drunk off alcohol. So Mans used to skip school and go to this girl's house, and I was never invited. Like I had that period off.
Yeah.
But it was the older mans. It was like grade 12 guys going with a bunch of older girls.
What grade were
whatever.
you in at this
I was
point?
in grade 10.
Okay.
But I was like the little homie. Everybody, there's 2 Marlins in the school. One was older than me, and they called him uppercase, and they called me lowercase. And I would just be the little kid just hanging with the guys that were too old for me or whatever.
Yeah.
And so one day, man, I'm like, yo, forward. Just room in the car. I'm like,
It's like,
It's my time.
no, dog, I was dead ass nervous.
yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know what happens when they go to this crib. Like, nothing. So we get there. We're in the crib. I'll never forget. We're in someone's room, and everyone's in a circle for some reason. I don't know if this is what they do or what. But a man's just divvying everyone up. All right, yo, you two, you guys go deal with it. You two, go deal with it. Yo, take my man Marlon into the washroom. Deal with it.
What?
And this girl just took me by the hand, took me to the washroom. Bro, I was so nervous. So nervous. I'm a virgin at this time.
The hand to the walking.
She took my hand, brought me to the washroom, bro. Bitch, was bad too. And freaking, I'm in the washroom with her, and she's like, "Okay, what do you want to do?" I'm like,
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm like, yo, just pretend.
No.
Just pretend.
She didn't seem like she wanted to be there, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
It was just like,
Yeah.
it felt
Marlon.
very uncomfortable and
Good guy, good
awkward, and
guy.
I was just
Both of you guys were pressured.
let's just pretend.
Yeah.
We weren't pressured, but I don't know what happens when they go to this house, right? They go to this house often, and she seemed to be one of the girls that were like not the main focus of the friend group, but just one of the girls that tags along.
Yeah.
And so the man's divvying everybody up, and I guess she just felt like, okay, this is what they do, and same thing with me. This is just what they do.
Yeah.
So we're in the washroom, we're just like, this feels weird. Like, I don't think it's supposed to happen like this. And I was just like, let's just pretend.
Yeah.
But the fact that she grabbed your hand and pulled you in, and
Well,
then to
she
be
had
like,
been to the
I don't
house,
know.
So I was assuming this is what they do. This is just, I guess, the routine or whatever. So I didn't know where to wash. I didn't even know where the washroom was
Yeah,
for he's telling us to go. So she
It's
let me
giving
there.
spin the bottle without the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she,
For
she
7
seemed
minutes
so
and a half.
quiet.
That's spin the block.
She just seemed so quiet. I was just like, all right, man, just pretend. Whatever.
Where does the alcohol come in?
Went downstairs now. Okay. Man, and we're like, you did it. You put some hair on your chest. Here.
Yeah.
You can handle this now. Man hands me a bottle of Ray Nephew.
Oh.
It's like, yo, deal with that.
Death.
And I'm like, yo, do you have like a cup or like, can I pour it in the cap?
Yeah.
And the man laughed, and he's like, yeah, pour it in the cap still.
Yeah.
And you realize,
Yeah, he's like, this is the child.
I took a drink, one shot of that cap, bro.
Done. Couldn't even go back to school.
Stumbling home, fam.
Oh no.
I couldn't believe. I was like, "This is what it feels like." I don't want to do this ever again. That shit tastes the
Joke's on you.
Yeah, I never drank again until I was 19 on New Year's Eve, and I drank Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
And I was out
On
of
New
here.
Year's Eve.
And that time I did not leave the washroom.
Were we in Brampton? Was it in Brampton?
Huh?
Was it in Brampton?
It might have been
Because I remember going to Brampton for New Year's Eve.
Were you there with? Was it Chris's house? Chris Rain?
No.
Okay, we went to Chris Rain's house.
Okay.
And it was
No.
me, Chris, Raymond, Georgia,
Got
whole bunch of us there. And
I
we
do
got
remember I went to
fucking
Brampton
gone.
Jeez.
and
And I was
our
with a
car
supermodel.
got broke down.
Oh,
Supermodel.
what a night, right? What a night. I met her that night at the house party. Ended up making out.
Man.
She bad. Light-skinned girl. Brought me back to her house in Richmond Hill. Stayed there for 3 days.
lit.
3 days.
Wait, what?
You played a reverse.
Three
That's
days.
actually lose me, man.
That's a Uno, yeah.
3 days.
Usually it's a girl.
And then found out she had an older sister. Told Lath because he lived down the road.
Oh, wow.
He came over.
man.
2 days.
Oh, that's fire. You guys are homosexuals, bro.
Their parents weren't home for a week, and I stayed there for 3 days.
Oh
bro.
my God.
Yes. Just when you're young, just young and beaten.
Yeah, nah. How you not have a kid, bro, at that point?
Hey, man. I probably would have invited it. I thought it was love. It's like, how's this happening?
It's not Ace's story, though.
What?
We had your story that you didn't finish.
Oh, I was just saying that the car broke down. I remember we were outside of Swish LA in a snowstorm on New Year's Eve figuring out how to get home. Like we were young. I don't even know if I was 18 or not. But alcohol purposes, what did we do? I think hypnotic.
Hypnotic. That's a
good time right
Oh
there.
yeah, hypnotic and Alizé era. Like,
That
come on
hypnotic
now.
and
I know about hypnotic. I know about hypnotic. I do.
You don't know about the Incredible Hulk?
There.
You don't know about the Incredible Hulk?
Alizé and motherfucking hypnotic.
I didn't try it though because it looked nasty.
No,
And
it's
I'm
amazing.
No, I tried
so
hypnotic. I'm like, this
tasty.
tastes like perfume.
Incredible Hulk
It
will
wasn't
get
good.
you drunk without you realizing it because it's so
Yeah, that's
sweet.
it's just a nasty mix though. Like hypnotic was not good.
And the red Alizé.
Alice, oh,
I know about Alizé. I know
that
about
red
Alizé.
joint with the flowers on it, fuck me
Alizé.
up.
Alizé
And
was-
then we used to also do like a lot of those mixed
Mike's hard.
mix.
Lemonade.
What's it
Mike's hard
called?
lemonade.
Bacardi.
Breezes.
Oh yeah,
Bacardi
we used to do a lot of
Breezers, the
Bacardi
orange ones?
Breezers.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh my God.
Man chose the Smirnoff Ice in grade 11. He was gone.
Off the Smirnoff Ice? That's so
it's
funny.
Like 0.2%.
Yeah, exactly.
bro.
That's crazy.
Hold on. Did you guys ever
chugged
fuck
it.
with like very, very high, not high quality, low quality but high alcohol beers like Crest
OE?
or like fucking.
okay.
I was
Oh,
It's like a 10. It's like a
I
10%
lied.
beer.
The first might have been a 50, like a 50
OE?
or 40
40
ounce.
40
40
ounce.
ounce.
40
40
ounce.
ounce.
Yeah, Old English.
That might have been.
That was your debut?
Debut was
Who are you,
crazy.
fucking Wu-Tang Clan?
That's crazy. That was definitely an era, but
It was between
Some
that. It was
dirty
around
malt.
the same time. It was
Yo,
hypnotic
that's how she got
and
tall.
40.
Yeah, you got
Sorry,
tall.
tall. Like, right?
Drank a fucking 40.
Somebody's mom went and bought it. Somebody's
growing
mom
real
went and bought it and brought it to us.
Like a chia pet.
I think my first time was JD. No. Well, I guess the official like as an adult because as a kid I definitely have a story of me on New Year's Eve having champagne and getting drunk.
And it's normally your family hooking you up, right? Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Like as an
My
adult,
mom,
it
my
was
mom or
JD.
uncle used to give me Baileys.
Bailey's was one too. But Jack Daniels is one, bro. This Filipino girl put me on. She changed my life, man.
Jack Daniels?
Yeah.
Have you tried Jack Daniels and lemonade?
I don't drink that anymore.
Okay. Just like I don't do the
It's so
Smirnoff
sweet and-
apple. vodka.
Appleton is well disgusting. Can't do that.
With the breezers, we had it for grad night. I guess somebody went and bought one for me, and I didn't finish it. And I brought it home the next day, and it was in my bag. And I just went straight upstairs to go to sleep. And I left my bag on the stairs.
Oh, God.
And my mom went through it, and she found it. And so then she went and she put it outside. She poured herself a glass, put it on ice. I come down.
Some shit I would do as a parent.
She was inside at this point. I come down and she was just like, "Oh, so you must have had a great night." And I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Thanks for the bottle." And I was like, "Huh?" And she went through it. And I was like, "Okay." But then my little sister, so I was how old? 18 at the time. My sister was 7. She was out there, or not even, 7. She was out there on the porch drinking
God.
some. And she says, "Mommy, this orange juice tastes so good."
Oh, God.
Jesus.
She went and she took a sip. Thankfully, I don't think she drank that much, just like a
Yeah.
sip or whatever.
Yeah.
But then after that, every time we go to the LCBO or she see it where my mom bought it, she'd be like, "Mom, can I have some? Can I have this? Can you buy this for me?" And my mom would
my
be so
God.
embarrassed. Like,
Oh, Bacardi Breezes.
What a time.
maybe that's why my sister doesn't drink to this day. She can't drink. She'll throw up.
Well, that's the thing. When my mom, like, we went to Mexico one time, and when I was like 7 years old, and she's like, "Norman, you want to try tequila?" I'm like, "What? You're gonna let me drink alcohol?"
You're 7?
7. So she gave me a tall glass with the worm in it.
Oh, yes. My grandpa had that too. I used to
Is that
stare at
mezcal or
his
just
bar.
Just right? I don't know. She's like, "Bartender, give him the tequila with the worm in it."
There's a worm, and then there's one with gold
Barely on
flakes.
the fucking
Yeah.
barstool.
I went to take a drink,
gold
and
flakes.
it just
I
because it looked
hate
like water,
gold
right?
flakes.
When I took the drink, I was like,
This.
The worst alcohol I've ever had in my life is Goldschlager. Oh, that shit is disgusting.
What is it called?
The gold flakes inside. I want to
I
throw up,
keep
bro.
hearing these things. Nah, I'm happy
Oh,
to try
it's
that.
so bad. It's so
What is it?
bad.
Is it vodka? What is it?
I don't know. It's hell.
The gold? No, the
Goldschlager.
gold.
Goldschlager.
Isn't
Remember
it-
Goldschlager with the gold flakes
tequila?
inside?
Yeah, isn't that tequila
I
or
don't know
like
what it is. I have no idea. I'm
or
just saying it's
like
nasty.
Jaeger or something like
It's
that
nasty.
one?
Jägermeister.
Jägermeister?
Jaeger bombs with some Red Bull.
Bro, I tried that once time and I have a heart attack.
Jaeger bombs. That'll get you randy.
I have no clue what brand this is with the worm, but we Googled it. Oh, this one? Was it?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's definitely they have like a
Mezcal,
woman, yeah.
no?
Yeah, it's a type
It
of
is,
mezcal.
Okay, that's
Yeah, it's
smoky,
mezcal.
spicy with the worm. Oh,
With the
man.
worm. My grandfather, he got it from like Acapulco, and so he had both of them, the gold flakes and the worm. And I just remember being like this little kid sitting at the bar cart, and just like playing with the bottle, like looking at the worm and making the
Why
as
the
if
worm?
it was one of
Why
those
the
snow
worm?
globes. I don't know.
That
There's a
worm
scorpion one too?
absorbs the
Supposed
alcohol
to
and you
the
eat
worm?
it.
That's gross.
I don't know if
This is some
you.
Caucasian activity, brother.
It was Mexican actually.
Yeah, but it feels Caucasian.
That's definitely European influence right there.
Speaking of bottles, a lot of people are still popping bottles these days.
Yep.
Is everyone lying about being broke?
No, they just use their money for the wrong things.
Or are we all just using our money for the wrong things?
that part.
That part.
Is everyone just like, life is so depressing, I'm just going to spend my money on something that makes me happy?
Yeah, or just scammers.
Fuck saving.
Scammers are real too. Yeah, fuck saving. A lot of people do that. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are on fuck saving. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people think it's pointless to save at this
Yep.
point.
Yep. Like for what?
Especially our generation, when we talk about homes and shit like that, everybody's like, we're doomed to rent.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just like, oh, I just want to live on the edge. Like, I just want to enjoy my life. And so that's why they do it.
I mean, I get it.
But honestly,
I get it. You gotta offset all this life stuff that's happening, man. And we're in a very particular time.
The end is near, dog.
Financially,
Yeah.
we're in a very particular time. Because even when I remember, now when I think about my mom complaining about certain gas prices and stuff, I'm like, what were you? What was the complaining for? Were you just trying to instill some structure? Because this is crazy. You were complaining about 54-cent gas.
because at
And
the time that
guaranteed
was
wages were down, but it still was way better than what's happening right now.
It really was.
yeah.
It was like the inflation does not match
How much
right
does it
now.
cost you to
How
fill up
does
the tank?
does she complain about it now? Worse than she
80.
did about when it was 54?
I'm not around, so I don't know.
Oh.
But it was every day.
How much,
complaining
is
about
it,
something.
how much is it to fill up a tank right now for you?
Fill up a tank? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't usually fill up the tank. I usually put like $30, $40 maybe.
He's one of them.
Oh, okay. That drives me crazy.
I
Why
put
not?
$30, $40.
Fill it up.
There's some people
like, this
that
is
fill
all
it
I
up
use.
and don't
This
let
is
it go
all I
down
use.
half.
This is all
I just fill it for a couple days and then I just fill it again.
Just do it, man. Just fucking. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it drives me crazy.
There's people that don't let it go down half. Past half.
It's not that. First of all, no. I've been to his house. He has a
Big,
castle.
big spender.
Castle, butler, the elevator, all that stuff. But now you have the money, just buy it at once. Because you're gonna do the same thing in 3 days.
It's more of an inconvenience for me. I hate having to get gas.
Yeah, it's annoying. It is a thing.
It's so annoying.
It's right beside my house.
How much is it for you?
It's right beside my house and
like
it's right beside
8
work.
right now, 80.
Fuck. And you drive a
Yeah.
sedan, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, yeah. A car.
We have a rental right now. We have a rental right now,
Yeah.
and it's so much better than our car on gas. It's like alarming.
Yeah.
Like the same distance I drive to work,
Yeah.
it's like half the amount of gas on this car.
When I had to drive my sister's Mercedes Benz, I had to fill that shit. I'm like, oh
sucks.
my
Oh
god.
no!
With
Not
premium?
having to drive the bag.
It was an old 1992 Benz
but
that
it
was
just
like
sounded-
dying.
And you still have to put the premium.
But I still had to put the premium in this shit
Oh,
box.
nah, that's the worst.
Otherwise, it's gonna even be more of a shit box.
So premium could just go in any car, right?
it can get, and it'll
Yeah,
It'll
you
make
can.
the engine better.
it makes
They
your engine
claim-
last longer.
They claim that every once in a while you
should do it,
should
yeah.
do it as like a treat
Treat
to
for
your car.
yeah.
It's their dessert.
So how much
Cheap
more
meal.
expensive is it? Like if let's say the regular gas is $130.
It would be 168, 169.
Golly, I didn't even. Ooh.
It's like 30 cents up.
Yeah,
And then there's
I think I
certain
only got
cars where you
once.
have to put premium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Beamers,
Acura.
Yeah, they try to say that
Mercedes.
for
Acura?
Acura.
German car. I mean, most German cars. they
Oh,
say.
you know what? The TLs. Yeah.
You
Acura
have
be
to put
wild.
it.
Acura's
You ain't
crazy.
worth that.
Yeah.
You have. Do you have an Acura? Oh, well, see.
Oh, why'd you say it like that?
He said, I have a Lexus. Lexus.
I drive a Lexus, brokies. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Acura, I know.
So I'm not doing it.
However,
crazy.
the gas lasts longer.
Damn.
So
Allegedly.
the gas actually
it's
lasts
all the
longer.
same.
No. If you watch the amount of gas that burns compared to the high gas, like
Is
it
it
lasts
worth it?
twice as long.
So is it worth it then?
I would say yes, because not only is your gas lasting longer, but you're also treating your car nicer.
Okay, I'm
So
going to
it'll-
go and put
Interesting.
premium in next time. Only at Costco,
Yeah,
though.
next time.
So then the Costco price is like the same as the regular one.
Interesting.
Yeah, sometimes.
But yeah, there is something to the fact that I feel like humans just elevate if the stakes are higher. Like things cost way more right now. Gas is, I mean, we lost the carbon tax prices. They're right back to like basically what they were before.
Yeah.
And yet, it's probably more cars on the road than ever before.
Yeah.
People aren't
Well, it's 'cause of
carpooling.
the
People aren't.
weather. You have to attribute that to the weather. The second that it starts getting a little warm, people are outside for no
think
reason.
they're gonna use
That's
their
when they
cars
start
regardless.
trying to like get out. I'm telling you, like,
What do you mean? Like
yeah.
they're not going to use their cars, or you
Because it's
saying
like
they
when you're
are?
in the winter, you're
You have
not
no
gonna
choice.
try to. You're gonna use your car, but you're not gonna try to leave for no little reason. 'Cause you're like, it's cold. I have to deal with that.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
deal
yeah.
with my car. I
I
have
see
to
what
deal
you're saying. I see what
with
you're
cleaning
saying.
it off. I have to deal with this,
True,
this, and
true.
this. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like not as safe. Summer hits. People are outside for no reason. That's when they spend the most money.
Yeah.
They're shopping
Traffic
for
is
more
crazy.
reason. They're just going for drives. They're going
So you're
to
saying
eat
that
out more. It's just
gonna
because they just
increase-
want to.
Are you saying it's going to more cars?
Yeah. But the only caveat why there's not as much cars sometimes is because a lot of kids are out of school.
Oh, I
Kids and
wasn't saying
teachers.
there was not as many cars. I was saying I feel like it's just as much, if not more,
Despite
regardless of the price of gas.
Yeah,
everything else.
regardless of the
I
price
just
of
think
cars.
it's because I just think it's because it's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
Are
the
cars
point he's
more
making is
affordable
that-
now though?
I don't
No.
think so. Absolutely
No.
not.
Now,
Absolutely
like,
not.
are the
No.
tariffs on it? The tariffs are on
The
it, aren't they?
interest, I feel like, is better than
No.
before. In some, for
My
some
sister's
cases.
interest is crazy.
But some in
Mine
insurance,
was like zero.
insurance is the worst.
Insurance is disgusting.
Yeah.
Insurance is the worst it's been. So like even that, like, bro, people are paying like what you used to pay for a 1 bedroom of rent in insurance.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My buddy,
So it's
I mean,
like,
yeah, no, yeah, Brampton, you're right, yeah.
bro, if you had a
Bills, yeah.
bro, if you had a 2 bedroom in 2009 or 2010, that was costing you about $1,100. A 2 bedroom, okay, $1,100 to $1,200 max, maybe.
3, 4, 5 Duff.
You know what I mean? And if you have a roommate, you're paying like 6 bills, bro. That's someone's car insurance every month.
Yeah.
And that's not even
Pretty much.
starting with rent. That's not doing groceries. It's not doing gas.
Oh
it's
my
not doing
God.
life.
You make me mad. Man.
Like, how are we all doing this? And for me, it's the people with the kids.
Yo.
Oh
That's the people
my.
I'm like looking at like,
God.
bro, what?
Yeah.
How are y'all surviving?
Especially when they go on family vacay. Yo, family vacay to the
That's
People
Philippines.
with multiple kids going on family vacations.
To the
Sometimes
Philippines.
Sometimes twice a year.
I sell drugs, bro.
And I'm like, what? Are we making more money?
Yeah, it's
Are
insane.
we? What's happening?
No, but they might be a little bit more conscious on how they spend their money for like family vacations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they might eat in a lot more. They might coupon.
More
like, for-
responsible than previous generations. You're saying?
when you have no kids, right? So there's little
okay.
things you will
Yeah,
indulge
yeah, yeah.
in that will add up.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe parents who have multiple kids that know they do want to go on vacations multiple times, they're going to cut back on the stuff that they buy in terms of clothing, in terms of the type of food,
Yeah.
eating out, like all those little things they're going to cut back on so that they could save for.
I mean, I think I would be fine with that because like cutting back and why you're cutting back would be fulfilling enough in a sense where it's like when you're not cutting back, those events and those things you like to do fill a void. But when you have kids, I guess they fill that void. Where it's like, I don't need to do all these other things. And it's more rewarding for me
And
to
when you
make
have-
sure that my kid is good and enjoying these
Yes,
things.
you might not even have time to.
Yeah,
Depending
and you
on
don't
like
even
what
care
age,
for them anymore.
scary
age group as well.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't have the time for anything else. It's just the kids.
You have to have like support systems.
See, but this is what I'm saying. Is it scary once you actually have the kids?
You just don't
think so.
care.
Because now your mind
Personally.
frame has changed.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's what it is. Your mentality has changed completely. So it's like this is not some other nigga's kid. This is
Yeah.
your kid.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
it's like you sure
this
it's
is-
annoying, but you also still want to do this. thing,
Yeah,
right. So I think it's
yeah.
different.
I'm
looking at
going
it like,
through
oh,
that
God,
with kids, with a child that's not mine.
It's your kid.
You know what I'm saying? He's mine, but he's just not mine.
I'm wondering
But
if I'll have any disdain for my child because I don't get to indulge in things, even though not indulging, the sacrifice I'm making is fulfilling.
I think-
will it be fulfilling enough to the point where I don't care that I'm missing out on parties or events?
But I
Or
think
no.
I think as you being a man, you're not gonna miss out on a lot
Yeah, it's
as
different.
much things as a woman is. So even if you're committed to your kids and you're there, you're still not going to have to make as
Many
many
sacrifices.
sacrifices.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there might be a party where you're going to go out, but your girl's not because she's going to stay with the kid, right? And so you're not necessarily going to
It's hard for
feel
me to
it.
do that now. I was just brought that up with my girl the other day. She's feeling sick. She's like, "Yeah, I don't feel like going to that party anymore." I was like, "All right, guess we're staying home."
Yo,
Like I
that-
didn't think,
low-key, that-
okay, I'm going by myself. Like I never, that didn't even enter my brain.
Honestly, that's what I kind of miss about relationships.
I told her,
It's like,
though.
I can use my girl as an excuse.
Oh yeah, that's
God.
But the thing
But I
is,
told her after that, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start going. If you don't feel like going somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
because then
What'd
she's
she
gonna
say?
feel
What'd she say?
obligated that she has to go if she doesn't really want to go.
Exactly.
And then
But that's my thing. Don't.
yeah.
Like what
That makes
in a
too much sense,
relationship,
though, brother.
in a relationship, I get it. We're supposed to do things together or whatever, but like, it's okay if we don't. Like, it really is okay.
But some people aren't okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then why though?
because
So-
you do everything together.
And what could be wrong with it? Like, what could be even the argument behind
For the
that?
example, my last relationship, somebody wants to be out all the time and I don't want to. And so now we're in this place where it's like, you don't ever want to come out and like come out with
But
me.
that's- I think-
and for me, I'm just like, I don't want to go out unless I'm getting paid. Like, I just don't want to leave my house.
Money, nigga.
No, but I think that's a matter of. What, did you like going out when you guys first started dating? Were you like turning down going out when you guys first started dating, or were you guys
Not
were you kind of
necessarily,
just
but
going with
you
the
have
flow?
to also think about the time that it was.
You
It was COVID.
changed, yo.
It was COVID.
You
So
changed.
how many
where were
times
you guys really
you
going?
only have so many opportunities to like
that's
go
probably
out,
what it
right?
is.
But then also like lifestyle changes as
Facts.
well, and then having a child,
That's the
that type of
scariest
stuff.
thing.
Like,
How often can your man go out once you have a child? How often is too often?
Once.
once when?
How often is too often?
Every week is too often.
Every week.
Yeah,
Like to
as a
a
father,
club.
I
think
no,
that's-
not necessarily a
I'm bringing the
club.
baby still.
What if it's like a variety of things? This guy's dumb. What if it's like a variety of things?
I think that it depends on what your schedule is. So if you're just gone all the time and you're not ever at home with your
Yeah, that's
girl and your
crazy.
kids, then that's an issue. You could be doing whatever. It could be a variety of different things,
Yeah.
right? It could be hobbies. It could be partying. It could be hanging out with friends. But if there's not like an equal ratio
Yeah.
that makes sense,
yeah.
then
Equal
That could
ratio
also
in
mean that
terms
they
of
just don't wanna come
parents
home.
enjoying time, or
Sacrifice.
equal
Like,
ratio in terms of you enjoying
spending
time with your
time,
child.
spending your time with your family, as well as like not necessarily for me personally. It wasn't necessarily about myself,
Yeah.
but more of why aren't you here with us? You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
It's
So then that
interesting
makes it too much.
because to find that balance, I feel like would be very difficult.
I just feel
at
like you need to
first.
have,
You have to. I feel like yes.
you need to know.
beforehand. Yeah, low key.
Yeah, well,
Well, I don't
definitely,
know.
you need to know that they're in a unique circumstance where they started dating during the pandemic. There was nowhere to go,
Facts.
so you don't know
That's
that
true.
person's
That's true.
lifestyle, their
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
routine, and you kind of gotta wait. It was like 2 years until we were allowed outside.
Yeah.
so it's like,
And then when you add in my pregnancy,
and then
all
you
that
had a
other stuff.
child. Yeah, it's like so there wasn't really time to figure that out. But I think, yeah, just in terms of finding a balance, like a I don't want to say no child balance, but like, yeah, essentially a no child balance. As a parent, I think is going to be the toughest thing in the world. Because like, first of all, you don't want to leave your kid ever.
We don't. I'm kidding.
I don't know who don't, because I do.
I think it's something that single.
happens a
I think it's people who without kids think that way,
Yeah, I'm joking.
and that like, oh man, I'm gonna want to be around my kid
You're
all the
not
time.
going
and you're
to.
not.
If
You're
you have the opportunity to not be around them, you're going to
yeah,
do it.
nephew. I've looked after my nephew and niece for just like 2 days, and I'm like,
Exhausted.
I do want to be clear. There are some people who are just like engulfed in their children's life. And I don't know whether that's because they have no choice because they don't have a support system. But there's some people who just feel that they have to absolutely be my child, my child, my child.
My brother's going through that
And
with a
then
girl right
there's
now.
some people who don't have any other purpose other than being a parent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then they
That's
just,
very
they
real.
don't have anything else going on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's the difference.
or
I
they
don't
drop
think,
everything because their purpose is their child now.
But what's
Yeah.
crazy is with my sister and raising her son, like I'm thankful that there's no baby mama drama. Obviously, I'm her brother, so like
mean
she
baby
lets
daddy?
me or baby daddy drama, and she allows me to raise him, freely, as opposed to like, what if I was the baby daddy? She'd be like, don't be doing that,
But
but
is his dad in his life?
not at all.
Okay,
Not one
so
bit.
there's that one part
Yeah.
that the dad's not even there.
Yeah.
Second part is that you guys were raised in the same home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have the same morals, you have the same upbringing, and you more than likely would raise your nephew the same way.
Yeah.
When you guys are in two different households and you guys see things differently,
Yeah.
then I would understand why somebody's like, oh, I don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
Because I believe this and you don't believe this. Or trust even. You're
Yeah.
her brother. She
And that's
evidently
where-
trusts you. So that's why I
That's
don't
the
think
luck
there's
that
like,
I'm.
you
I'm
don't
so
have to deal with
fortunate
those
to deal with
issues.
that because I can't imagine the dynamic when two heads butt.
The
over, like,
anxiety.
it's different styles of
The
raising.
anxiety, the anxiety that would raise when, especially like parenting is not like a part-time job,
What?
not even a full-time job.
For
It's
life,
like,
nigga.
It's for life. You're raising a human. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And there's so much that goes into it
Yeah.
that it can be scary if you're not on the same page. Like,
Bro, and that's the thing too. I feel like people evolve, right? And that's what gets spooky too. Like, if your partner gets pregnant, she's gonna change.
well, that's why I'm like, it's so interesting how, well, I maybe they weren't okay, but a lot more relationships when we were younger. Well, back in the day when people were having children early 20s.
Yeah.
I always wonder how that affects the marriage, the relationship, because you're not you yet. Like I remember
Yeah.
me in my early 20s, I was not who I am right now.
They were even talking like that back
They
then.
don't even really find themselves until they're older.
They don't know,
And
yeah.
that's why there's a lot of times people will be with somebody for 10, 12, 15, 20 years and then be like, I don't actually like you. Because
Yeah.
they finally are able to grow. And especially when the kids get out of the house, right?
That's what I was about to say.
That's when you are with your partner now. You guys are empty nesters and you guys don't know each other because you've been together since you were so young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your interests have changed. Your
Yeah.
vibes have changed. Now you guys are stuck with each other, and that's why there's so much divorce in that
But what's
era.
even worse is growing in your 20s and not getting an identity outside of your child because now you have a child.
Oh yeah, but
So
that's
it's
what
like,
they do. They
I think it's not
put
a
it all
bad
in.
thing that we are having kids, like our generation is
We're
having
waiting.
kids
Yeah.
way later because we actually are discovering who we are before we actually have a child. And I think that that's going to help
Actually landing
develop
jobs.
greater humans.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's more intentional.
You're kind of blind leading the blind if you're having a child at 20, 22, 21 years
yeah,
old. Like
yeah.
even the teen pregnancies, resilient, cool,
Yeah.
all that stuff, but there's no way you could fully instill things that you don't fully comprehend. You know what I mean? Like they say rationale doesn't set in and your prefrontal cortex doesn't develop until you're like 25.
25, yeah.
With men, sometimes 28.
Goddamn.
All the young mothers I know though are fucking boss bitches.
They're
Yeah, because
forced
they have to be.
Because they were
But what
forced
would
to
they
be.
have been without that child at first?
CEOs, bro.
Could they have gone
Could
further?
they have been bosses in another regard? You know what I
100%.
mean? Like, would that resilience
so, yeah.
transfer into something
or
else?
maybe it wouldn't.
Or maybe it wouldn't.
Maybe
Maybe they needed-
maybe
maybe
that was
that
the
has-
purpose.
Maybe the
Yeah,
kid
that
is
was
the one
catalyst.
that got them in
Yeah.
order. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because obviously there might be a reason why they got pregnant so young, right?
Facts.
They might have been living life
There's
a
a
little
reason for
too
everything.
too much.
There's a reason for everything. Because I was reading, there's this book of spirits. It's literally called the Book of Spirits. And we were talking about it on set because we were
Crazy.
talking about reincarnation and everything like that. And this girl's like, you need to read the Book of Spirits.
Oh man, she's a witch.
When she said it, I was thinking that. But
Immediately I
she-
said rebuke it, man.
the Book of Spirits is basically talking about like the afterlife and reincarnation and stuff, and like why certain things happen.
Yeah.
And like so, like people are always like, oh, why'd that kid have to die, or why'd that innocent person have to die? Somebody's learning a lesson from that. And the book essentially talks about how in reincarnation, you're constantly getting to go, like once you die. I don't know if you seen Soul? You guys watch Soul, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like, I still didn't watch it yet.
You still didn't watch it?
I know it's crazy.
Why? You're gonna
Limping,
cry?
No. I literally
I
keep
almost
forgetting
cried.
until
That
I'm here.
movie was amazing,
Yeah,
man.
you've been telling me to watch this for a long
So
time.
like, there's this place they go to in the afterlife, right? It's kind of like a limbo.
Okay.
They're not in heaven yet, but they're not in hell or anything like that. They're just
Yeah.
kind of in a limbo. And there's
Purgatory.
certain
gonna
souls
say,
there
isn't it
that
called
need to
purgatory?
find their purpose, right? And they've lived lives before, but according to this book, you don't finish until you're finished.
Okay.
So like you can go through multiple lives and learn
Until you
different things
can, yeah.
until you have all the tools for enlightenment, and then you are one with the universe and all that other stuff. Have you ever met people that seem like they're in their last body? Like
No.
some people who are like
Just beyond wise
so
and just
positive,
very comfortable.
so understanding. So, and I'm like, you're at the end.
That's your
There's
last
certain people who
chance.
have a certain light to them.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, you figured it out. Like I aspire to be like you.
Yeah.
And other people I know want to be like you, but some people will call you corny or cringe or whatever, and none of it bothers them, and they still stand in their light, they still stand in their energy, but it's just something about them just exudes like you're done.
Yeah.
Like you're finished. This
fire.
is it. And for some people, I'm like, bro, how do you can tell somebody is on their first life. You can tell the complete opposite too. When someone's on their first, like, oh, you're just doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's no matter how old they are.
No matter how
Like,
old you are
You're still a kid.
Yeah.
you're still this
Like,
person.
but why? I have to make all the mistakes by myself type shit. Like,
Yeah.
I know what
Some
you
people are just harder to learn the lessons.
Yeah.
It's just all very interesting to me. I can't wait till we get the answers.
mean. You won't remember them.
Would we even be around?
You won't remember it.
What do you mean you won't remember them?
You're gonna get
Our
the
memories won't be
information.
reincarnated.
It's I think
I think our memories will be. I think
No.
once we enter whatever plane of existence that is, we can look back at our lives. I think when we're in this plane of existence, we don't get to look back because they do say that children. Remember all those reincarnation stories I told you about on TikTok?
Those little liars.
Kids are remembering their past lives, but then they get to a certain age
And they
where it
start
kind of
forgetting.
weans off and they start
Right,
forgetting.
right,
And a
yeah.
lot of mediums, a lot of psychics, a lot of people like that will tell you that it cuts off at a certain age. You kind of like lose past life. I can't remember what
Regressions?
regressions. The older you get.
yeah.
So I don't know, man. There's something to it.
You should talk to a medium about this. I remember my sister of mine. My sister had a friend who was like known these things, and so she'd be telling us like, "Are you ready to know about some of your past lives?" And yeah, she was able to pinpoint a lot of things like you're afraid of water. It's like, okay, this is why.
drowned.
You and her,
Exactly
yeah,
that.
you and her are very close because you guys were actually sisters in a past life. And blah blah. You guys both have the same fear.
Same
and it's
thing
like-
happened to me.
It's crazy with the mapping, but
Same thing happened to me. With
Spooky.
I told you guys a story about
Your-
the
yeah.
medium with telling me about how
friend?
me and TJ were
Brothers or something? Or
Yeah.
king?
I was
King?
royalty in a past life, and he was like my right
Sure.
hand, like knight, my guy, my
That was
killer,
your Manolo.
basically.
yeah,
And I died drowning, and he was trying to save me,
crazy.
and he died.
Damn.
And it's like, whoa,
What?
hey,
What did that psychic say about my nephew again? I can't remember. They were saying
That he
something
was your
like
son in their
he was
past
my
life.
son in a past life.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's fire.
The psychic said he was, and then went straight to me, and I was looking
Bring
at
her back, bro. Bring her back.
I was looking at the time that we had recorded, and it said 1:11, and I was like, "Hey, look at the time
Yeah.
when she's saying this. This is crazy."
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then
nuts.
she immediately said, "Marlon, numbers are your friend." And we all lost it. Niggas are throwing headphones. We're running all over the studio.
Babble at her, bro.
We're like, holy shit! What the fuck was that?
Bro, how is she? You still in touch with her?
Yeah, shout out to Black Sheep, man. Shout
Black
out to Black
Sheep?
Sheep, man. We gotta get you. Yeah, we gotta do another call with her.
Yeah.
Gotta do another reading on us.
Yeah.
It's been a few years now.
4 years, maybe.
4 years, maybe.
Pandemic
yeah,
times.
Yeah.
That was zoomed. Was that a Zoom?
No, we
No,
were.
no,
that
she
was a
called.
phone?
we
She
were.
called. It was a
Yeah,
phone
she
call.
called in, and we were in the
Studio in that rooftop.
Yeah,
the
the
attic.
attic.
Yeah.
On-
With Triz.
Off a King.
Triz's first studio.
Triz's first.
Studio. Oh man. Hats are on sale.
Yep.
Link is in the bio. Check out the hats, man. These are great quality hats. This is like my third time wearing it on the show. Maybe, I don't even know.
yeah.
But I'm loving the hats. People are loving the hats. Everyone's asking me when I see it, yo, where can I cop? When can I cop? My sister stole one.
No, this is the.
Right, you see the brown hat memo,
Yeah, I know.
man? These niggas all came with
I
nothing.
didn't
It's just brown
It
hats.
happened. I don't know.
But yeah, man, the hats are out. They're on sale. Shout out to
Just Cuz Manufacturing.
Just cause, man. He really hooked us up with these.
Shout out
He
to Ebenezer.
He like surprised us.
Yeah.
He surprised us with them.
Yeah.
We didn't even ask. He just kind of made them.
You made them?
We're
We're
like,
like,
that's,
yeah, we want
that's
them.
good entrepreneurship right
That is-
there.
that
Well, that's what he does. He does this thing. He'll go to different businesses, just create a hat for them, just to show them what it looks like.
Why not?
And then they're like, yeah, you know what? We'll take 20.
Especially when the quality's this good. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
I think I need his help for something.
Yeah, me too. Maybe
Working on my
ROTM.
Cowboy Carter outfit.
Some alterations.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Is he going all silver, all metallic, all?
No, that was Renaissance. Okay?
Renaissance? My
We're doing
bad.
full
I
yeehaw agenda.
Show the cowboy hat.
Yeehaw! But I'm making it a twist because I'm going to New York. So it's going to be what? Cowboys in New York?
She's gonna have a Yankee cowboy hat.
You gotta
Yes,
have.
I
Yo,
am.
if you can make some Timberland cowboy boots.
I am.
She gotta wear the Timberland stilettos.
Ooh, the
From
Timberland
Bonnie
cowboy
Clyde.
boots.
No, I'm not wearing the
Joints?
stilettos.
Those J-Los?
Yeah.
But you guys are on to
Jersey
something.
dresses.
Yeah.
I am.
What a
I'm
time.
making a
Manolo
New York
pumps?
cowboy hat, so that's why I need somebody to stitch the New York,
York
logo
symbol.
onto
Yeah,
the cowboy hat.
yeah.
The Tim
And
cowboy
I do
boots,
have a
yeah.
partnership where I have to customize a pair of Tims, so I felt like this is going to be the perfect
Perfect
time
time.
for me to customize them.
Nice.
To go with my costume or outfit or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You gotta have assless chaps made out of like
All
New
chaps
York,
are assless,
New
by
York.
the way. All chaps are assless. I just want to point that out.
I mean, yeah,
I need
I
chaps.
don't know why they call it that.
but yeah,
Assless
just call them
Like,
chaps.
They're all
It made me laugh.
assless.
Okay,
when I
so
first heard
chaps
it.
made out of what?
New York Yankee jersey,
I don't know if that translates. The pinstripe?
pinstripe.
I'm just
think that would
sharing my
translate?
outfit at this point.
It'd be awesome.
I'm making like a skirt out of bandanas.
Okay. What color?
I'm not doing red or blue.
Good.
or both.
Smart.
We'll be back.
We need you more.
We'll be back.
Go
But
all black, all black.
Somebody did do a red, blue, and white one, and my friend's like, I feel like this is bad. I'm like, it's because of America.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's America.
There's a lot of
flag, you know what I
American,
mean? But I'm doing
imagery.
brown. I'm doing brown and tan.
That's
So
hard.
much to show up like Super Dave Osborne. It's like a cowboy twist.
I don't know
Who
who
is that?
Super Dave Osborne
Super Dave
is.
Osborne, he
He's
used to
the
have a
evil
TV show.
Knievel of our time.
Yeah, he used to have a TV show where he'd launch himself out of a cannon at the end of every show.
And it was a fake body.
And it was a fake body, and it was the
Yeah.
funniest fucking shit ever.
That's the guy on. He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really?
Yeah, he was
He's
on
got the
Curb.
voice?
Yeah.
He's the guy that talks like that. Oh my god, he has this one joke I can't remember, but it's fucking hilarious.
He's so good, man.
Shout out to
so
that guy,
good,
man.
Super
He's
Dave.
hilarious.
Hilarious
R.I.P.
enough.
Winnipeg.
What are those things that they have? Those
Oh yeah.
cowboy tassels.
They
The
put it on
tassel.
your neck
Yeah,
and you go
yeah.
like that. Yeah, I don't know what they're
You
called.
gotta do one of
but-
those, but like with a Cuban link.
They usually have those on some of the hats, right?
Yeah,
Where you can
yeah.
link it and just have it hang on your shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, it's fire.
But yeah.
My fit's gonna be fire.
Winnipeg. I will see you this weekend for Excite Weekend.
Sure pay.
Shout out Winnipeg. I'm gonna be coming through there. Hopefully the hockey team's still winning.
Are they?
Don't stab me.
Jets Nation.
Shout out to my boy Emmanuel. He's gonna be opening. I'm gonna be headlining. It's gonna be a dope show. Winnipeg's my first time out there, so you guys gotta come show love, man.
Show him.
You
some
gotta go.
love.
Yo, they got a really good roti spot randomly in Winnipeg. Yeah. I'll send it to you.
All right. Is it there downtown?
Famina.
I've actually heard, wait. There was one of those in Toronto.
Famina?
There was a Famina in Toronto.
Maybe.
Fama or Famina. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
But
check it out.
that one's good. And check out Saints Barbershop. I'll set you up. My buddy will give you a good
Well,
line.
I'm not. No.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
don't
not-
cheat on
I'm
your
not,
barber. Sorry,
doing that. Shout out to everybody that came out to the Lapu Lapu charity show.
Yeah,
It looked like a great success.
That was wonderful, man.
Danny
It was great.
Martinello, man.
Oh my God.
This guy he's so, being on set with him.
Yo.
He is the Jim
Yo.
Carrey of our time.
He is the Jim Carrey of our
He
time. I
is
don't
the Jim
care.
Carrey of our time,
Yo,
man.
That's
When I
nice.
like super, like the most Canadian guy I think I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
Like he's constantly saying something so Canadian. It's
I want to see this new
amazing.
season.
Can I tell you guys a cool story about Danny Martinello?
We don't have time, unfortunately.
Okay, fine. a real quick one.
All right, quick.
So his brother, when his brother was born, they thought that he had a tumor on his dick, because they're like, oh no, I think it's enlarged. We gotta, and then find out that's just his dick.
Wow.
And it wasn't a tumor. They're just like, wow, it's just really large.
For a baby?
For a baby. For a baby. They thought it was a tumor.
That's crazy.
Well, ending on baby dicks. That was much needed. Thank you so much for sharing that story. Wow. Scintillating.
Shout out to you, Danny Martinello and the bro.
Now you know what you're working
Martinello.
with. Imagine it never grew.
I'm not imagining baby dicks. How about that? Maybe you just don't imagine baby dicks.
Let's get out of here.
Shout out to everybody that's been congratulating me prematurely for Office Movers 2. It's gonna be a great fucking second season. Let me tell you, I'm not there for all the scenes, but I've been there for enough for them to be like,
This is
yo,
good.
Yeah.
this is gonna be funny. Like, this is really first day we're like, dog, this is like the Avengers. With the amount of niggas that are in there, and we don't stop the jokes. Camera's not rolling. It doesn't end.
Keeps going.
Like all day we were it was a bit after bit after bit, dance moves, shouting. It was just too much. It was just too much.
I'm amped for this.
But it's great to be. I've never been on set with fellow comedians. Especially not stand-up comedians and stuff. Like we're talking about the game and all that stuff. It's been great. So
But YouTube comedians, stand-up comedians, all types of comedians.
all type of
every
comedians
type.
are on there. So it's been great. Comedians from Trinidad, comedians from Nigeria. Like
You get a comedian.
You get a comedian.
You get a comedian.
It's been fun. So yeah, shout out to everybody.
Is there any Asians on that show?
Any Asians?
I think I saw one.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Get him.
Season 3. Anything you guys got going on this weekend?
No.
Shout out to your workshop. That was good.
Yes. Yeah, that was very fun. I have another one actually coming up at the end of the month, May 28th. So tap in with Street Voices. I'm going to be doing a 2-week thing where I'm like teaching people how to edit, record a podcast, all these things. So yeah, tap in. It's free.
Cute.
I don't know why they chose it, but yeah.
I'm a guy, bro.
He's a guy still. He's a guy that stood and withstood the entire episode. Let's just give it up to him.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
He
it.
didn't think he was gonna make it. He called me prematurely,
I didn't, honestly didn't.
but you made it, man. You made it.
Yeah.
Are we healthy for you? Shit. Thank you guys so much. I'm Marlon,
I'm Norm.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Duke.
and that was the extra gravy.